Welcome, Red Knight.
Bless me with a leaf of the tree. On it I see the freedom reign. We are falling, the light is calling. Tears inside me calm me down. Midnight calling, mist of resolving. Round me with the pure green leaf. Praise to my Father, blessed by the water. Black night, dark sky, the devil's cry. Hush, child, the darkness will rise from the deep end. Carry it out into sleep, child. The darkness will rise from the deep end. Carry it out into sleep. The sun, I'll shape your belief, and you'll always know that your father's a thief, and you won't understand the cause of your grief, but you'll always follow the voices beneath. Guileless son, your spirit will hate her, the flower who married my brother, the traitor, and you will expose his puppet behavior, for you are the proof of how we betrayed her loyalty. Hush, child, the darkness will rise from the deep end. Carry it out into sleep, child. The darkness will rise from the deep end. Carry it out into sleep. Guileless son, each day you grow older. Each moment I'm watching my vengeance unfold. For the child of my body, the flesh of my soul will die in returning the birthright he stole. Child, the darkness will rise from the deep end. Carry it out into sleep, child. The darkness will rise from the deep end. Carry it out into
Hello there, we're picking up here first time in a few days. Some flowers for Algernon here to begin. Pretty tired and we haven't been back since the 9th. Wednesday, so it has been 5 whole days. Good to be back and excited for tomorrow as well, Tuesday, because we will officially be celebrating and ready to celebrate. Thought it was here, but I guess it's not. Let me just add it back here. Exciting, exciting. I don't really need it here, but you know, I just have various places. That will be text for the 1K count. I don't think it's here, yeah. The 1K count on a tip. I believe, at least from what I've seen, yeah, it makes sense, realistic, that we've reached that point. Indeed, for our 1500 stream celebrations. So we've officially got into 1500 streams here. About a year ago, we're celebrating 1,000 or so, a little bit more than a year ago. So tomorrow we will officially celebrate that, and that will be great. For now, we'll get to some flowers for Algernon. I was playing some good chivalry. Played a little Fortnite round because I didn't get to the rank placement, 2% away from elite. Didn't get to any hunt lately, Teletubbies or otherwise. But we'll get to it at some point. And chivalry, a lot of good fun lately, off stream at least, so we do look forward to stream that eventually. We'll get to Vampire, we can figure out the mods. I don't know how Vortex works, but we'll figure it out at some point. And also some Shadow of the Tomb Raider or other things we have in store as such lately. And that will be great. So pick it up, some green flowers for Algernon now. It looks totally fine. Stream test frame drop actually really good so far. To keep that being the case, we'll mute the audio.
Yes, my lord.
Just for now, but we'll get those headphones in upon first chatter very soon. That will be lovely. Get ready here. For a couple things. We'll see how it looks. Yeah, less frame drop, less copyright if possible. Be a long 5 days away. Returning here tomorrow should be excellent for our 1500 stream celebration. We'll look forward to that tomorrow. And see how the rest of the week looks. Take it kind of day by day, but it's looking good. Set up for tomorrow for sure. Discuss other good things throughout other adventures and the like. So for now, let's see where we left off. Flowers for Algernon. That would be. There are so many doors to open. I am impatient to apply my own knowledge and skills to the problem. Oh, that's fine. To the problem, I've got to make them all see this is something important for me to do. I'm sure the Foundation will grant me permission, but I can't be alone anymore. I have to tell Alice about it. Alright. We'll pick it up from there and see how it goes tonight. Alright then, Magnificent Monday has officially begun here. Forward to chat with you soon, though we have had quite a few Magnificent Mondays with Chakras lately, so it doesn't really seem that schedule makes any difference. Neither did the 720p, 1080p quality, so we'll hopefully find another factor that will encourage active chat down the line here in year 5, since we have officially begun year 5 as of like about a month ago or something. Something like that. Alright, we'll pick it up from there then. Tell Alice about it. Let's see what happens. Enjoy a good bit here. Part 7. We're coming out of the last few chapters, so probably only need like 8 or 9 or 10 parts at the most to finish it. But we'll just see how that goes naturally. I'm not, planning it out too much. So, let's pick it up from there. Should be alright. Decently alright. Set up and such. Stream test as needed, but from what I could tell, it was smooth and stable, and yeah, frame drop's really great, so that's lovely. It's kind of a funny poses, but good luck. Alright, I'll pick it up from there. Yeah. June 25th. I called Alice today. I was nervous, and I must have sounded incoherent. But it was good to hear her voice, and she sounded happy to hear from me. She agreed to see me, and I took a taxi uptown, impatient at the slowness with which we moved. Before I could knock, she opened the door and threw her arms around me. "Charlie, we've been so worried about you. I had horrible visions of you dead in an alleyway or wandering around Skid Row with amnesia. Why didn't you let us know you were all right? You could have done that." "Don't scold me. I had to be alone for a while to find some answers." "Come in the kitchen. I'll make some coffee. What have you been doing?" "Days. I've been thinking, reading and writing, and nights wandering in search of myself. And I've discovered that Charlie is watching me." "Don't talk like that," she shuddered. "This business about being watched isn't real. You've built it up in your mind." I can't help feeling that I'm not me. I've usurped his place and locked him out of the way they locked me out of the bakery. What I meant to say is that Charlie Gordon exists in the past, and the past is real. You can't put up a new building on a site until you destroy the old one. And the old Charlie can't be destroyed. He exists. At first I was searching for him. I went to see my father. All I wanted to do was prove that Charlie existed as a person in the past so that I could justify my own experience. So that I could justify my own existence. I was insulted when Nemur said he created me, but I've discovered that not only did Charlie exist in the past, he exists now. In me and around me. He's been coming between us all along. I thought my intelligence created the barrier, my pompous, foolish pride, the feeling we had nothing in common because I had gone beyond you. You put that idea into my head, but that's not it. It's Charlie, the little boy who's afraid of women because of things his mother did to him. Don't you see? All these months while I've been growing up intellectually, I've still had the emotional wiring of the childlike Charlie. And every time I came close to you, or thought about making love to you, there was a short circuit. I was excited, and my voice pounded at her until she began to quiver. Her face became flushed. "Charlie," she whispered, "can't I do anything? Can't I help?" "I think I've changed during these weeks away from the lab," I said. I couldn't see how to do it at first, but tonight, while I was wandering around the city, it came to me. The foolish thing was trying to solve the problem all by myself, but the deeper I get tangled up in this mass of dreams and memories, the more I realize that emotional problems can't be solved as intellectual problems are. That's why I discovered what I discovered about myself last night. I told myself I was wandering around like a lost soul, and then I saw that I was lost. Somehow I've become separated emotionally from everyone and everything, and what I was really searching for out there in the dark streets, the last damned place I could ever find it, was a way to make myself a part of people again emotionally, while still retaining my freedom intellectually. I've got to grow up, for it means everything. I talked on and on, spewing out of myself every doubt and fear that bubbled to the surface. She was my sounding board, and she sat there, hypnotized. I felt myself grow warm, feverish, until I thought my body was on fire. I was burning out the infection in front of someone I cared about, and that made all the difference. But it was too much for her. What had started as a trembling became tears. The picture over the couch caught my eye, the cringing red-cheeked maiden, and I wondered what Alice was feeling just then. I knew she would give herself to me, and I wanted her. But what about Charlie? Charlie might not interfere if I wanted to make love to Faye. He would probably just stand in the doorway and watch, but the moment I came close to Alice, he panicked. Why was he afraid to let me love Alice? She sat on the couch, looking at me, waiting to see what I would do. And what could I do? I wanted to take her in my arms, and as I began to think of it, the warning came. "Are you all right, Charlie? You're so pale." I sat down on the couch beside her. "Just a little dizzy. It'll pass." But I knew it would only get worse as long as Charlie felt there was danger. I'd make love to her. Felt there was danger, I'd make love to her. That's one sentence. And then I got the idea. It disgusted me at first, but suddenly I realized the only way to overcome this paralysis was to outwit him. If for some reason Charlie was afraid of Alice but not of Faye, then I would turn out the lights and pretend I was making love to Faye. He would never know the difference. It was wrong, disgusting, but if it worked, it would break Charlie's stranglehold on my emotions. I would know afterwards that I had loved Alice and that this was the only way. "I'm all right now. Let's sit in the dark for a while," I said, turning off the lights and waiting to collect myself. It wasn't going to be easy. I had to convince myself, visualize Faye, hypnotize myself into believing that the woman sitting beside me was Faye. And even if he separated himself from me to watch from outside my body, it would do him no good because the room would be dark. I waited for some sign that he suspected, the warning symptoms of panic, but nothing. I felt alert and calm. I put my arm around her. "Charlie, Don't talk," I snapped, and she shrank from me. "Please," I reassured her, "don't say anything. Just let me hold you quietly in the dark." I brought her close to me, and there under the darkness of my closed eyelids, I conjured up the picture of Faye, with her long blonde hair and fair skin. Faye, as I had seen her last beside me. I kissed Faye's hair, Faye's throat, and finally came to rest upon Faye's lips. I felt Faye's arms stroking the muscles on my back, my shoulders, and the tightness inside me built up as it had never before done for a woman. I caressed her slowly at first, and then with impatient, mounting excitement that would soon tell. The hairs on my neck began to tingle. Someone else was in the room, peering through the darkness, trying to see, and feverishly I thought the name over and over to myself. Faye, Faye, Faye! I imagined her face sharply and clearly so that nothing could come between us. And then, as she gripped me closer, I cried out and pushed her away. "Charlie!" I couldn't see Alice's face, but her gasp mirrored the shock. "No, Alice, I can't. You don't understand." I jumped up from the couch and turned on the light. I almost expected to see him standing there, but of course not. We were alone, It was all in my mind. Alice was lying there, her blouse open where I had unbuttoned it, her face flushed, eyes wide in disbelief. "I love you," the words choked out of me, but I can't do it. Something I can't explain, but if I hadn't stopped, I would hate myself for the rest of my life. Don't ask me to explain, or you'll hate me too. It has to do with Charlie. For some reason, he won't let me make love to you. She looked away and buttoned her blouse. "It was different tonight," she said. "You didn't get nausea or panic or anything like that. You wanted me." "Yes, I wanted you, but I wasn't really making love to you. I was going to use you, in a way, but I can't explain. I don't understand it myself. Let's just say I'm not ready yet, and I can't fake it or cheat or pretend it's all right when it's not. It's just another blind alley." I got up to go. "Charlie, don't run away again." "I'm through running. I've got work to do. Tell them I'll be back to the lab in a few days, as soon as I get control of myself." I left the apartment in a frenzy. Downstairs in front of the building, I stood, not knowing which way to go. No matter which path I took, I got a shock that meant another mistake. Every path was blocked. But, God, everything I did, everywhere I turned, doors were closed to me. There was no place to enter, no street, no room, no woman. Finally, I stumbled down into the subway and took it down to 49th Street. Not many people, but there was a blonde with long hair who reminded me of Faye. Heading toward the crosstown bus, I passed a liquor store, and without thinking about it, I went in and bought a fifth of gin. While I waited for the bus, I opened the bottle in the bag as I had seen bums do, and I took a long, deep drink. Yeah, a fifth is the real big bottle, yeah. You'd think it'd be small from the name of it, but fifth is like the biggest bottle you can buy, just about, in a regular liquor store at least. It burned all the way down, but it felt good. I took another, just a sip, and by the time the bus came, I was bathed in a powerful, tingling sensation. I didn't take any more. I didn't want to get drunk now. When I got to the apartment, I knocked at Faye's door. There was no answer. I opened the door and looked in. She hadn't come in yet, but all the lights were on in the place. She didn't give a damn about anything. Why couldn't I be that way? I went to my own place to wait. I undressed, took a shower, and put on a robe. I prayed that this wouldn't be one of the nights that someone came home with her. About 2:30 in the morning, I heard her coming up the steps. I took my bottle, climbed out onto the fire escape, and slipped over to her window just as her front door opened. I hadn't intended to crouch there and watch. I was going to tap on the window. I saw her kick her shoes off and twirl around happily. She went to the mirror and slowly, piece by piece, began to pull off her clothes in a private striptease. I took another drink, but I couldn't let her know I had been watching her. I went through my own apartment without turning on the lights. At first I thought of inviting her over to my place, but everything was too neat and orderly. Too many straight lines to erase. And I knew it wouldn't work here. So I went out into the hallway. I knocked at her door, softly at first and then louder. "Door's open," she shouted. She was in her underwear, lying on the floor, arms outstretched and legs up against the couch. She tilted her head back and looked at me upside down. "Charlie, darling, why are you standing on your head?" "Never mind," I said, pulling the bottle out of the paper bag. "The lines and boxes are too straight, and I thought you'd join me in erasing some of them." "Best stuff in the world for that," she said. "If you concentrate on the warm spot that starts in the pit of your stomach, all the lines begin to melt." "That's what's happening." "Wonderful." She jumped to her feet. "Me too. I danced with too many squares tonight. Let's melt them all down." She picked up a glass and I filled it for her. As she drank, I slipped my arm around her and toyed with the skin of her bare back. "Hey there, boy. Whoa, what's up?" "Me. I was waiting for you to come home." She backed away. "Oh, wait a minute, Charlie boy. We've been through all this before. You know it doesn't do any good. I mean, you know I think a lot of you, and I'd drag you into bed in a minute if I thought there was a chance, but I don't want to get all worked up for nothing. It's not fair, Charlie. It'll be different tonight, I swear it." Before she could protest, I had her in my arms, kissing her, caressing her, overwhelming her with all the built-up excitement that was ready to tear me apart. I tried to unhook her brassiere, but I pulled too hard and the hook tore out. "For God's sake, Charlie, my bra!" "Don't worry about your bra," I choked, helping her to take it off. "I'll buy you a new one. I'm going to make up for the other times. I'm going to make love to you all night long." Going to make love to you all night long. She pulled away from me. "Charlie, I've never heard you talk like that, and stop looking at me as if you want to swallow me whole." She swept up a blouse from one of the chairs and held it in front of her. "Now you're making me feel undressed. I want to make love to you. Tonight I can do it. I know it. I feel it. Don't turn me away, Faye." "Here," she whispered, "have another drink." I took one and poured another for her, and while she drank it, I covered her shoulder and neck with kisses. She began to breathe heavily as my excitement communicated itself to her. "God, Charlie, if you get me started and disappoint me again, I don't know what I'll do. I'm human too, you know." I pulled her down beside me on the couch on top of the pile of her clothing and underthings. "Not here on the couch, Charlie," she said, struggling to her feet. "Let's go to bed." "Here," I insisted. I pulled the blouse away from her. She looked down at me, set her glasses on the floor, and stepped out of her underwear. She stood there in front of me, nude. "I'll turn out the lights," she whispered. "No," I said, pulling her down onto the couch again. "I want to look at you." She kissed me deeply and held me tightly in her arms. "Just don't disappoint me this time, Charlie. You'd better not." Her body moved slowly, reaching for me, and I knew that this time nothing would interfere. I knew what to do and how to do it. She gasped and sighed and called my name. For one moment, I had the cold feeling he was watching, over the arm of the couch. I caught a glimpse of his face staring back at me through the dark beyond the window, where just a few minutes earlier I had been crouching. A switch in perception, and I was out on the fire escape again, watching a man and woman inside making love on the couch. Then, with a violent effort of the will, I was back on the couch with her, aware of her body and my own urgency and potency, and I saw the face against the window, hungrily watching. And I thought to myself, "Go ahead, you poor bastard. Watch. I don't give a damn anymore." And his eyes went wide as he watched. Well, that's pretty trippy. Alright, we'll go a bit longer. No terrible hurry here tonight. I'll have a few hours at least, but definitely more tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to start with Nox tomorrow as well. June 29th. Before I go back to the lab, I'm going to finish the projects I've started since I left the convention. I phoned Landsoff at the new Institute for Advanced Study. About the possibility of utilizing the pair production nuclear photo effect for exploratory work in biophysics. At first he thought I was a crackpot, but after I pointed out the flaws in his article in the new Institute journal, he kept me on the phone for nearly an hour. He wants me to come to the Institute to discuss my ideas with his group. I might take him up on it after I finish my work at the lab, if there is time. That's the problem, of course. I don't know how much time I have. A month? A year? The rest of my life? That depends on what I find out about the psychophysical side effects of the experiment. June 30th. I've stopped wandering the streets now that I have Faye. I've given her a key to my place. She kids me about my locking the door, and I kid her about the mess her place is in. She's warned me not to try to change her. Her husband divorced her 5 years ago because she couldn't be bothered about picking things up and taking care of her home. That's the way she is about most things that seem unimportant to her. She just can't or won't bother. The other day I discovered a stack of parking tickets in a corner behind a chair. There must have been 40 or 50 of them. When she came in with the beer, I asked her why she was collecting them. "Those," she laughed, "as soon as my ex-husband sends me my goddamn check, I've got to pay some of them. You have no idea how bad I feel about those tickets. I keep them behind that chair because otherwise I get an attack of guilt feelings every time I see them. But what is a girl supposed to do? Everywhere I go, they've got signs all over the place. Don't park here, don't park there. I just can't be bothered stopping to read a sign every time I want to get out of the car." So I promised I won't try to change her. She's exciting to be with, a great sense of humor. But most of all, she's a free and independent spirit. The only thing that may become wearing after a while is her craze for dancing. We've been out every night this week until 2 or 3 in the morning. I don't have that much energy left. It's not love, but she's important to me. I find myself listening for her footsteps down the hallway whenever she's been out. Charlie has stopped watching us. Seems fine on our end. July 5th. I dedicated my first piano concerto to Faye. She was excited by the idea of having something dedicated to her, but I don't think she really liked it. Just goes to show that you can't have everything you want in one woman. One more argument for polygamy. What? Okay. The important thing is that Faye is bright and good-hearted. I learned today why she ran out of money so early this month. The week before she met me, she had befriended a girl she'd met at the Stardust Ballroom. When the girl told Faye she had no family in the city, was broke, and had no place to sleep, Faye invited her to move in. 2 days later, the girl found the $232 that Faye kept in her dresser drawer and disappeared with the money. Faye hadn't reported it to the police, and as it turned out, she didn't even know the girl's last name. What good would it do to notify the police? She wanted to know. I mean, this poor bitch must have needed the money pretty badly to do it. I'm not going to ruin her life over a few $100. I'm not rich or anything, but I'm not going after her skin, if you know what I mean. I knew what she meant. I have never met anyone as open and trusting as Faye is. She's what I need most of all right now. I've been starved for simple human contact. July 8th. Not much time for work, between the nightly club hopping and the morning hangovers. It was only with aspirin and something Faye concocted for me that I was able to finish my linguistic analysis of Urdu verb forms and send the paper to the International Linguistics Bulletin. It will send the linguists back to India with their tape recorder because it undermines the critical superstructure of their methodology. Linguists. I can't help but admire the structural linguists who have carved out for themselves a linguistic disciple based on the deterioration of written communication. Another case of men devoting their lives to studying more and more about less and less, filling volumes and libraries with a subtle linguistics analysis of the grunt. Nothing wrong with that, but it should not be used as an excuse to destroy the stability of language. Yeah, we'll see. Good stuff for us to see and great things for us to be. Alice called today to find out when I am coming back to work at the lab. I told her I wanted to finish the projects I had started, and then I was hoping to get permission from the Wellberg Foundation for my own special study. She's right, though. I've got to take time into consideration. Faye still wants to go out dancing all the time. Last night started out with us drinking and dancing at the White Horse Club, and from there to Benny's Hideaway, and then on to the Pink Slipper. And after that, I don't remember many of the places, but we danced until I was ready to drop. My tolerance for liquor must have increased because I was pretty far gone before Charlie made his appearance. I can only recall him doing a silly tap dance on the stage of the Alakazam Club. He got a great hand before the manager threw us out, and Faye said everyone thought I was a wonderful comedian and everyone liked my moron act. What the hell happened then? I know I strained my back. I thought it was from all the dancing, but Faye says I fell off the goddamn couch. Algernon's behavior is becoming erratic again. Minnie seems to be afraid of him. July 9th. A terrible thing happened today. Algernon bit Faye. I had warned her against playing with him, but she always liked to feed him. Usually when she came into his room, he'd perk up and run to her. Today it was different. Alucard! Call me Alucard. How are you doing, Mr. Alucard?
Welcome back.
Thank you for joining us there. Blood Knight, thank you for keeping the chat curse at bay another day. If it wasn't for you, we might have indeed had a chat curse on this magnificent Monday. I do appreciate you joining us. How are you doing, my friend? We'll have some great times of it. Now that you are here, join us for some great adventures. Mr. Alucard, Blood Knight here in the Dragon's Roost. How's it going, Mr. Alucard? Yes, my good brother, my good lad. Get some Tomb Raider tonight, maybe Baldur's Gate, maybe more Red Dead. Anything you'd like to see after we finish the reading for now? Let me know there, Alucard. Exciting times. Yeah, I'm excited for that Dune game. I think I'll definitely pick that up. It's, you know, right up my alley, having read the Dune novel prequel, and, you know, I do like the initial style, the handling of it so far, so I think we'll be picking that up. We'll try to finish a couple before that, maybe uninstall Red Dead to make room for it. That's one of the bigger files, like 120 gigabytes or so. So maybe we'll try to finish that second playthrough of Red Dead before we get to Dune, or I could probably uninstall other stuff. I don't know, we'll see. How it goes with the Alucard? Looking good with your little yellow dino. Still trying to change your avatar to a newer one, but it's still a good yellow dino. We're kind of like the main yellow dino. There's not many other chatters who use it. Hope you've been well, Alucard. First stream in 5 days. I hope you'll join us for some great times tonight, whatever we get to. Maybe some Hellfire, something too. Do a little Chivalry off stream. We'll probably get to that when we have better internet. We'll do a quick Fortnite round probably after this. Did do a lingo earlier today, so I don't think we need to worry about that.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Lots of great things to be had. Great things. We shall see. Mr. Alucard, thank you for popping in. Keeping that chat curse at bay. That's the main thing. Your active chat here. Alucard all the way from New Zealand, joining us in our California-based stream. Currently California-based. Hope you'll inspire many more Dragon Knights, many great champions, Alucard. When you're ready for your champion command, cheer, voice mod, sticker, or channel reward, they await your enjoyment. Looking good with your moderator badge and your red crown for now, at least. The sword and the crown. Pretty decent badges there. Lovely to see you. Usually when she came into his room, he'd perk up and run to her. Today it was different. He was at the far side, curled up into a white puff. When she put her hand in through the top trap door, he cringed and forced himself back into the corner. Yeah, a lot of earthquakes here today, Alucard. We had a powerful one. nearby, and yeah, I watched a little Black Mirror, Devil May Cry this weekend too. But big earthquake today. It's interesting. It was this morning, actually. Yep. Probably would have been asleep, hadn't been at work and felt it pretty direct. She tried to coax him by opening the barrier to the maze, and before I could tell her to leave him alone, she made the mistake of trying to pick him up. Oh, and tomorrow, Alucard, it is indeed our 1500 stream celebration. So if you can join us for that tomorrow, we've officially hit 1500 streams. Here in year 5, we'll be celebrating 1500 streams. We'll start with some Nox tomorrow's stream. That will be great. She made the mistake of trying to pick him up. He bit her thumb, then he glared at both of us and scurried back into the maze. We found Minnie at the other end in the reward box. She was bleeding from a gash in her chest, but she was alive. As I reached in to take her out, Algernon came into the reward box and snapped at me. His teeth caught my sleeve and he hung on until I shook him loose. He calmed down after that. I observed him for more than an hour afterward. He seems listless and confused. And though he still learns new problems without external rewards, his performance is peculiar. Instead of the careful, determined movements down the maze corridors, his actions are rushed and out of control. Time and time again, he turns into a corner too quickly and crashes into a barrier. There is a strange sense of urgency in his behavior. I hesitate to make a snap judgment. It could be many things, but now I've got to get him back to the lab. Whether or not I hear from the Foundation about my special grant, I'm going to call Nemur in the morning. Progress Report 15, July 12th. Nemur, Strauss, Bert, and a few of the others on the project were waiting for me in the psych office. They tried to make me feel welcome, but I could see how anxious Bert was to take Algernon, and I turned him over. No one said anything, but I knew that Nemur would not soon forgive me for going over his head and getting in touch with the Foundation. But it had been necessary. Before I returned to Beekman, I had to be assured they would permit me to begin an independent study of the project. Too much time would be wasted if I had to account to Nemur for everything I did. He had been informed of the Foundation's decision, and my reception was a cold and formal one. He held out his hand, but there was no smile on his face. "Charlie," he said, "we're all glad you're going back to work with us. Jason called and told me the Foundation was putting you to work on the project. The staff in the lab are at your disposal. The computer center has assured us that your work will have priority, and of course if I can help in any way." He was doing his utmost to be cordial, but I could see by his face that he was skeptical. After all, what experience did I have with experimental psychology? What did I know about the techniques that he had spent so many years developing? Well, as I say, he appeared cordial and willing to suspend judgment. There isn't much else he can do now, if I don't come up with an explanation for Algernon's behavior. All of his work goes down the drain, but if I solve the problem, I bring in the whole crew with me. I went into the lab where Bert was watching Algernon in one of the multiple problem boxes. He sighed and shook his head. He's forgotten a lot. Most of his complex responses seem to have been wiped out. He's solving problems on a much more primitive level than I would have expected. "In what way?" I asked. "Well, in the past, he was able to figure out simple patterns. In that blind door run, for example, every other door, every third door, red doors only, or the green doors only. But now he's been through that run 3 times, and he's still using trial and error. Could it be because he was away from the lab for so long? Could be. Well, let him get used to things again and see how he works out tomorrow." I had been in the lab many times before this. But now I was here to learn everything it had to offer. I had to absorb procedures in a few days that the others had taken years to learn. Bert and I spent 4 hours going through the lab section by section as I tried to familiarize myself with the total picture. When we were all through, I noticed one door we had not looked into. What's in there? The freeze and the incinerator. He pushed open the heavy door and turned on the light. We freeze our specimens before we dispose of them in the incinerator. It helps cut down the odors if we control decomposition. He turned to leave, but I stood there for a moment. Not Algernon, I said. Look, if and when, I don't want him dumped in there. Give him to me. I'll take care of him myself. He didn't laugh. He just nodded. Nemor had told him that from now on I could have anything I wanted. Time was the barrier. If I was going to find out the answers for myself, I had to get to work immediately. I got lists of books from Bert and notes from Strauss and Nemor. Then, on the way out, I got a strange notion. Tell me, I asked Nemor. I just got to look at your incinerator for disposing of his experimental animals. What plans have been made for me? My question stunned him. What do you mean? I'm sure from the beginning you planned for all exigencies. So what happens to me? When he was silent, I insisted. I have a right to know everything that pertains to the experiment, and that includes my future. No reason why you shouldn't know. He paused and lit an already lit cigarette. You understand, of course, that from the beginning we had the highest hopes of permanence, and we still do. We definitely do. I'm sure of that, I said. Of course, taking you on in this experiment was a serious responsibility. I don't know how much you remember or how much you pieced together about things in the beginning of the project, but we tried to make it clear to you that there was a strong chance it might be only temporary. I had that written down in my progress reports. At the time, I agreed, though I didn't understand at the time what you meant by it. But that's beside the point because I'm aware of it now. Well, we decided to risk it with you, he went on, because we felt that there was very little chance of doing you any serious harm. And we were sure there was a great chance of doing you some good. You don't have to justify that. But you realize we had to get permission from someone in your immediate family. You were incompetent to agree to this yourself. I know all about that. You're talking about my sister, Norma. I read about it in the papers. From what I remember of her, I imagine she'd given you approval for my execution. He raised his eyebrows. But let it pass. Well, as we told her, in the event that the experiment failed, we couldn't send you back to the bakery or to that room where you came from. Why not? For one thing, you might not be the same. Surgery and injections of hormones might have had effects not immediately evident. Experiences since the operation might have left their mark on you. I mean, possibly emotional disturbances. To complicate the retardation, you couldn't possibly be the same kind of person. That's great. As if one cross weren't enough to bear. And for another thing, there's no way of knowing if you would go back to the same mental level. There might be regression to an even more primitive level of functioning. He was letting me have the worst of it, getting the weight off his mind. I might as well know everything, I said. While I'm still in a position to have some say about it, what plans have you made for me? He shrugged. The Foundation has arranged to send you to the Warren State Home and Training School. What the hell? Part of the agreement with your sister was that all the home's fees would be assumed by the Foundation, and you would receive a regular monthly income to be used for your personal needs for the rest of your life. But why there? I was always able to manage on my own, on the outside, even when they committed me there. after Uncle Herman died. Donner was able to get me out right away and work and live on the outside. Why do I have to go back? Yep, get the Instagram post up for you. Thanks to you, Instagram. Alucard, thanks to you. We will get that up. Let me just finish this section before I post it. What the hell? Part of the agreement with your sister was that all the home's fees would be assumed by the Foundation, and you would receive a regular monthly income to be used for your personal needs for the rest of your life. But why there? I was always able to manage on my own on the outside, even when they committed me there, after Uncle Herman died. Donner was able to get me out right away and to work and live on the outside. Why do I have to go back? If you can take care of yourself on the outside, you won't have to stay in Warren. The less severe cases are permitted to live off the grounds. But we had to make provision for you, just in case. He was right. There was nothing for me to complain about. They had thought of everything. Warren was the logical place, the deep freeze where I could be put away for the rest of my days. At least it's not the incinerator, I said. What? Never mind, a private joke. Then I thought of something. Tell me, is it possible to visit Warren? I mean, go through the place and look it over as a visitor? Yes, I think they have people coming down all the time, regular hours, though through the home as a kind of public relations thing. But why? Because I want to see. I've got to know what's going to happen while I'm still enough in control to be able to do something about it. See if you can arrange it, as soon as possible. I could see he was upset about the idea of me visiting Warren, as if I were ordering my coffin to sit in before I died. But then I can't blame him because he doesn't realize that finding out who I really am, the meaning of my total existence, involves knowing the possibilities of my future as well as my past, where I'm going as well as where I've been. Although we know the end of the maze holds death, and it is something I have not always known. Not long ago, the adolescent in me thought death could happen only to the other people. I see now that the path I chose through the maze makes me what I am. I am not only a thing, but also a way of being. One of many ways, and knowing the paths I have followed and the ones left to take will help me understand what I am becoming. The evening and for the next few days, I immersed myself in psychology texts, clinical personality psychometrics, learning, experimental psychology, animal psychology, physiological psychology, behaviorist, gestalt, analytical, functional, dynamic, organismic, and all the rest of the ancient and modern factions, schools and systems of thought. The depressing thing is that so many of the ideas on which our psychologists base their belief about human intelligence, memory, and learning are all wishful thinking. Faye wants to come down and visit the lab, but I've told her not to. All I need now is for Alice and Faye to run into each other. I've enough to worry about without that. Give me just 1 second. got the Instagram out. That's good enough for now. Alright. Here we go. Progress Report 16, July 14th. It was a bad day to go out to Warren. Gray and drizzly. And that may account for the depression that grips me when I think about it. Or perhaps I'm kidding myself and it was the idea of possibly being sent there that bothered me. I borrowed Bert's car. Alice wanted to come along, but I had to see it alone. I didn't tell Faye I was going. It was an hour-and-a-half drive out of the farmland community of Warren, Long Island, and I had no trouble finding the place. A sprawling gray estate revealed to the world only by an entrance of 2 concrete pillars flanking a narrow side road and a well-polished brass plate with the name Warren State Home and Training School. The roadside sign said 15 miles per hour, so I drove slowly past the blocks of buildings looking for the administrative offices. A tractor came across the meadow in my direction, and in addition to the man at the wheel, there were 2 others hanging on the rear. I stuck out my head and called, "Can you tell me where Mr. Winslow's office is?" That's funny. Funny coincidence. The driver stopped the tractor and pointed to the left and ahead. "Main hospital. Turn left and bear to your right." I couldn't help noticing the staring young man riding at the rear of the tractor, hanging onto a handrail. He was unshaven, and there was the trace of an empty smile. He had on a sailor's hat, with the brim pulled down childishly to shield his eyes, although there was no sun out. I caught his glance for a moment, his eyes wide, inquiring, but I had to look away. When the tractor started forward again, I could see in the rear view mirror that he was looking after me. Curiously, it upset me because he reminded me of Charlie. Get a jacket. Yeah, it did get colder all of a sudden. It's not that cold. Just don't feel warm at all for some reason. Allergies or something. Alright. I was startled to find the head psychologist so young. A tall, lean man with a tired look on his face. But his steady blue eyes suggested a strength behind the youthful expression. He drove me around the grounds in his own car and pointed out the recreational hall, hospital, school, administrative offices, and the 2-story brick buildings he called cottages where the patients lived. "I didn't notice a fence around, Warren," I said. "No, only a gate at the entrance and hedges to keep out curiosity seekers. But how do you keep them from wandering off, from leaving the grounds?" He shrugged and smiled. "We can't, really. Some of them do wander off, but most of them return. Don't you go after them?" He looked at me as if trying to guess what was behind my question. "No. If they get into trouble, we soon know about it from the people in town, or the police bring them back. And if not? If we don't hear about them or from them, we assume they've made some satisfactory adjustment on the outside. You've got to understand, Mr. Gordon, this isn't a prison. We are required by the state to make all reasonable efforts to get our patients back, but we're not equipped to closely supervise 4,000 people at all times. The one who manages to leave are all high moron types. Not that we're getting many of those anymore. Now we get more of the brain damage cases who require constant custodial care. But the high morons can move around more freely, and after a week or so on the outside, most of them come back when they find there's nothing for them out there. The world doesn't want them, and they soon know it. It's a cold world out there. We got out of the car and walked over to one of the cottages. Inside, the walls were white tile, and the building had a disinfectant smell to it. The first floor lobby opened up to a recreational room filled with some 75 boys sitting around waiting for the lunch bell to be sounded. What caught my eye immediately was one of the bigger boys on a chair in the corner, cradling one of the other boys, 14 or 15 years old, cuddling him in his arms. They all turned to look as we entered, and some of the bolder ones came over and stared at me. "Don't mind them," he said, seeing my expression. "They won't hurt you." The woman in charge of the floor, a large-boned, handsome woman with rolled-up shirt sleeves and a denim apron over her scratched white skirt, came up to us. At her belt was a ring of keys that jangled as she moved, and only when she turned did I see that the left side of her face was covered by a large, wine-colored birthmark. "Didn't expect any company today, Ray," she said. "You usually bring your visitors on Thursdays." "This is Mr. Gordon, Thelma, from Beekman University. He just wants to look around and get an idea of the work we're doing here. I know it wouldn't make any difference with you, Thelma, and any day is all right with you." "Yeah," she laughed strongly, "but Wednesdays we turn the mattresses. It smells a lot better here on Thursday." I noticed that she kept to my left so that the blotch on her face was hidden. She took me through the dormitory, the laundry, the supply rooms, and the dining hall, now set and waiting for the food to be delivered from the central commissaries. She smiled as she talked, and her expression and the hair piled in a bun high on her head made her look like a Lautrec dancer, but she never looked straight at me. I wonder what it would be like living here with her to watch over me. "They're pretty good here in this building," she said, "but you know what it is. 300 boys, 75 on a floor, and only 5 of us to look after them. It's not easy to keep them under control, but it's a lot better than the untidy cottages. The staff there doesn't last very long. With babies you don't mind so much, but when they got to be adults and still can't care for themselves, it can be a nasty mess." "You seem to be a very nice person," I said. "The boys are fortunate to have you as their house supervisor." She laughed heartily, still looking straight ahead, and showed her white teeth. "No better or worse than the rest. I'm very fond of my boys. It's not easy work, but it's rewarding when you think how much they need you." The smile left her for a moment. "Normal kids grow up too soon, stop needing you, go off on their own, forget who loved them and took care of them. But these children need all you can give, all of their lives." She laughed again, embarrassed at her seriousness. "It's hard work here, but worth it." Back downstairs, where Winslow was waiting for us, the dinner bell sounded, and the boys filed into the dining room. I noticed that the big boy, who had held the smaller one in his lap, was now leading him to the table by the hand. "Quite a thing," I said, nodding in that direction. Winslow nodded too. "Jerry's the big one, and that's Dusty. We see that sort of thing often here, when there's no one else who has time for them. Sometimes they know enough to seek human contact and affection from each other." As we passed one of the other cottages on our way to the school, I heard a shriek followed by a wailing, picked up and echoed by 2 or 3 other voices. There were bars on the windows. Winslow looked uncomfortable for the first time that morning. "Special security cottage," he explained. "Emotionally disturbed retardates. When there's a chance they'll harm themselves or others, we put them in Cottage K, locked up at all times. Emotionally disturbed patients here. Don't they belong in psychiatric hospitals? Oh, sure, he said, but it's a difficult thing to control. Some, the borderline emotionally disturbed, don't break down until after they've been here for a while. Others were committed by the courts, and we had no choice but to admit them, even though there's really no room for them. The real problem is that there's no room for anyone, anywhere. Do you know how long our own waiting list is? 1,400, and we may have room for 25 or 30 of them by the end of the year. Where are those 1,400 now? Home, on the outside, waiting for an opening here or in some other institution. You see, our space problem is not like the usual hospital overcrowding. Our patients usually come here to stay for the rest of their lives. As we arrived at the new school building, a one-story glass and concrete structure with large picture windows, I tried to imagine what it would be like walking through those corridors as a patient. I visualized myself in the middle of a line of men and boys waiting to enter a classroom. Perhaps I'd be one of those pushing another boy in a wheelchair, or guiding someone else by the hand, or cuddling a smaller boy in my arms. In one of the woodworking classrooms, where a group of older boys were making benches under a teacher's supervision, they clustered around us, eyeing me curiously. The teacher put down the saw and came towards us. "This is Mr. Gordon from Beekman University," said Winslow. "Wants to look over some of our patients. He's thinking of buying the place." The teacher laughed and waved at his pupils. "Well, if he buys it, he's got to take us with it, and he's got to get us some more wood to work with." As he showed me around the shop, I noticed how strangely quiet the boys were. They went on with their work of sanding or varnishing the newly finished benches, but they didn't talk. "These are my silent boys, you know," he said, as if he sensed my unspoken question. "Deaf mutes. We have 106 of them here," explained Winslow, "as a special study sponsored by the federal government." What an incredible thing. How much less they had than other human beings. Mentally retarded, deaf, mute, and still eagerly sanding benches. One of the boys, who had been tightening a block of wood in a vise, stopped what he was doing, tapped Winslow on the arm, and pointed to the corner where a number of finished objects were drawing on display shelves. The boy pointed to a lamp base on the second shelf, and then to himself. It was a poor job, unsteady, the patches of wood filler showing through, and the varnish heavy and uneven. Winslow and the teacher praised it enthusiastically, and the boy smiled proudly and looked at me, waiting for my praise, too. "Yes," I nodded, mouthing the words exaggeratedly. "Very good, very nice." I said it because he needed it, but I felt hollow. The boy smiled at me, and when we turned to leave, he came over and touched my arm as a way of saying goodbye. It choked me up, and I had a great deal of difficulty controlling my emotions until we were out in the corridor again. The principal of the school was a short, plump, motherly lady who sat me down in front of a nearly lettered chart showing the various types of patients, the numbers of faculty assigned to each category, and the subjects they studied. "Of course," she explained, "we don't get many of the upper IQs anymore. They're taken care of. The 60 and 70 IQs, more and more in the city schools and special classes. Or else there are community facilities for caring for them. Or else there are community facilities. Most of the ones we got are able to live out in foster homes, boarding houses, and to do simple work on the farms or in a menial capacity in factories or laundries." Or bakeries, I suggested. She frowned. Yes, I guess they might be able to do that. Now we also classify our children. I call them all children, no matter what their ages are. They're all children here. We classify them as tidy or untidy. It makes the administration of their cottages a lot easier, as if they can be kept with their own levels. Some of the untidies are severely brain-damaged cases, kept in cribs, and they will be cared for that way for the rest of their lives. Or until science finds a way to help them. Oh, she smiled, explaining to me carefully, I'm afraid these are beyond help. No one is beyond help. She peered at me uncertainly now. Yes, of course, you're right. We must have hope. I made her nervous. I smiled to myself as the thought of how it would be if they brought me back here as one of her children. Would I be tidy or not? Back at Winslow's office, we had coffee as he talked about his work. It's a good place, he said. We have no psychiatrist on our staff, only an outside consulting man who came in once every 2 weeks. But it's just as well. Every one of the psych staff is dedicated to his work. I could have hired a psychiatrist, but at the price I'd have to pay, I'm able to hire 2 psychologists. Men who aren't afraid to give away a part of themselves to these people. What do you mean by a part of themselves? He studied me for a moment, and then through the tiredness flashed an anger. There are a lot of people who will give money or materials, but very few who will give time and affection. That's what I mean. His voice grew harsh, and he pointed to an empty baby bottle on the bookshelf across the room. You see that bottle? I told him I had wondered about it when we came into his office. Well, how many people do you know who are prepared to take a grown man into his arms and let him nurse him with that bottle, and take the chance of having the patient urinate or defecate all over him? You look surprised. You can't understand it, can you? From the way up there in your research ivory tower. What do you know about being shut out from every human experience as our patients have been? I couldn't restrain a smile, and he apparently misunderstood, because he stood up and ended the conversation abruptly. If I came back here to stay and he finds out the whole story, I'm sure he'll understand. He's the kind of man who would. As I drove out of Warren, I didn't know what to think. The feeling of cold grayness was everywhere around me. A sense of resignation. There had been no talk of rehabilitation, of cure, of someday sending these people out into the world again. No one had spoken of hope. The feeling was of living death, or worse, of never having been fully alive and knowing. Souls withered from the beginning, and doomed to stare into the time and space of every day. I wondered about the house mother, with her red blotched face, and the stuttering shop teacher, and the motherly principal, and the youthful, tired-looking psychologist, and I wished I knew how they had found their way here to work and dedicate themselves to these silent minds. Like the boy who held the younger one in his arms, each had found a fulfillment in giving away a part of himself to those who had less. And what about the things I wasn't shown? I may soon be coming to Warren to spend the rest of my life with the others, waiting. We will pick it up from there, and he's going to visit his mother next. Won't that be great? Alright, that does it for now. For Flowers, for Algernon, I hope you enjoyed. We will pick it up probably either this week, this weekend, or, well, this week or next week, probably. Hope you enjoyed for now. Tomorrow, if you didn't hear, Alucard will be our 1500 stream celebration. Hope to chat with you soon when you're not busy with whatever the heck you're doing. As a squire. You're being a squire. Just kidding. Alright, let's move on to... What should we do now? Got a few things I was working on, trying to sort things out. Oh yeah, we'll do a little Fortnite first. Just that one round, and then we'll decide what we actually get to next. Should I try Darkest Dungeon one more time? I feel like, I'm just giving up on it. AI highlighter, that's new. Auto create highlights. You have to install it. Game highlights reels of your stream. I wonder if that's worth it. Yeah, maybe I should try that later. I probably shouldn't install anything now on stream. Map must be visible and game must be full screen. What do you mean the map? Oh, this is only for Fortnite, I think, yeah. See if it's worth it or not. Curious. Well, I think I turned it on. I don't know how that'll work exactly, but something for Fortnite. What do you mean the map must be visible? Like obviously you're looking at the map, you're a part of the map. Oh well, fun with chivalry today. We'll get back to that when the internet allows. On to a little Fortnite for now. Alright, let's get started with some of that. Just a little bit for now. And Alucard popped in, so it would not be fair if I did not get those headphones in, I suppose. So let's get them on in. Yeah, probably just the one round for now, or maybe 2 rounds. Has not been going nearly as well as Chivalry lately. Chivalry just, well, I think I'm more experienced with it. Just a lot more fun. Alucard, can interest you in your first champion command, or Sum of a Body for 78 bits. How many times you gotta make me ask? For the new cheer, how many times you gonna make me bug you to resubscribe as well? If you're a Prime sub, use the Prime sub so many other streams, don't you? We do want to see your lovely champion badge. You're almost to the helmets, our very first helmets besides myself. The Dragon Knight helmet. You'll be the first one to use one of those. Finish our year 2 sub badge goal as well. Whenever you're ready. Alright, come on over, game capture. Little copyright music, it's not a big deal. Alright, we'll do that ranked one after a quick warm-up. Let's see, let's do all the copyright for now. All the copyright at once. I can always split the VOD, split the reading. Or read those chapters again if needed. I'd prefer not to, but that's what needs to be done. That's what I will do. Yeah, a few new things, mainly rebellious. That's better for the women, but this guy's kind of amorphous. He's not exactly a guy or a girl, but obviously he'd be more male than female if you had to pick one. But as for our daily Pokemon, let's see what we get here. Alright, it'll fix itself later. It's broken right now. Adventure time in the shop. Shoes. I feel like Adventure time. Alucard. There's the Vampire, at least. Vampire Queen. Flat and gradient. I don't know if she's really the Vampire Queen of the Adventure Time universe, but I've only really seen her in the Ice King episode, and I've seen a few episodes here and there. I haven't seen like in its entirety by any means, but I've seen a few Adventure Time. Is there any movies? Seems like there'd be movies by now. But there's your Blood Knight, Vampire Knight for you, Alucard. Not bad, huh? What should we get to next, Alucard? Darkest Dungeon. Maybe some Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Could do Siege of Dragon Spear, Red Dead, Witcher. I think kind of, the best thing to do. Got a few lately, they're funny. Anyway, ping is 500. We'll just do a quick couple rounds, and then we'll move on. Multiplayer stuff, but it's a little hard to do with 500 ping. My internet speed here. Big earthquakes today, Alucard, if you wanted to talk about that. And I'll see what else I can bug you to do, but at least use the free features, please. Channel rewards and champion commands. Those are free, Alucard. Anyone can use them. Any Dragon Knight, such as you. Hey, there's the Black Pearl. It's a good glider. Alright, just a couple rounds. It's not exactly stable. See how much the lag actually affects me. It like fluctuates, you know, it's really hard to tell. When can I play this on this internet on stream? And when do I have to just play it off? Even off stream sometimes, though, I do get really rough ping. It's interesting. But it seems relatively playable for now. See how long that lasts is the question. Oh yeah, more copyright.
This is the way.
Got this one. Sort of overloaded with all the copyright at once, you know. Got Halloween. I just like to mess with that stuff. I don't know why. I could obviously turn it off, but everything's silent or it's just gone. I never want to turn off that creator mode again, you know. It just takes out so much of the game. There's so much music and, you know, things from other universes that they put into this. All sorts of stuff. Fortnite has one of the largest charts. So they don't have Game of Thrones or too many. Well, they have Witcher, so I get Witcher today. Go for the Madden. Let's go for the medallion. Might as well. Yeah, it's a little harder to move, fight, do anything in this ping, so don't expect much, you know. It's been rough lately, but it's been interesting. Just learning things and somewhere close by. That's not the medallion. Definitely not. There he is. Jake the dog, got him. Sorry, Jake. Needed to be done. 2 with a little back bling. See that, Alucard? Yeah, I don't know if the automatic highlighter work. I have no idea how that works, but anyway. Mythic Scorpion, that'll be slightly better, I guess. And that's for supposedly explosive shots as you hit them. Yeah, I used all my bullets, so I might need... I obviously want to have the fully automatic with this ping, but... 3 blue mammoth pistols works too, I guess. Let's see, did I get any more ammo for one of these? That would be better, yeah. And I'll just keep this out of the shotgun, but you see my ping going crazy. Don't expect much. I was just kind of lucky because he was running at me, you know, in the car. It wasn't exactly moving much. See, is that supposed to be explosive? I don't understand how this works. I think it's a bug. First shot of your magazine triggers an explosive upon hit. Oh, I see. It has to be the very first bullet out of the magazine. So shouldn't that work for pistols too, then? Or is that only, like, guns with actual magazines? Probably. I don't know how it works. Oh, there goes nothing. Yeah, usually you don't have advantage with melee at all, so I'm not even surprised. Sabrina Carpenter there. You like that, Alucard? If it's entertaining for you, it's worth it at least, but can I please get you started with your champion command, resub, channel reward, or our new cheer that's been waiting for a couple weeks now. It's only $1, Alucard. Alright, let's turn on ranked. Frustrating, I got 1% being top 8 last time I played this. Freaking 97%. But, you know, I'll do what I can with this ping. I just want to, you know, play it before it resets again, so I'll try to get something. I think, you know, the later it is in the game, the more your kills are worth, but it's been tough. it's been pretty tough at this stage, you know. We thankfully do have a lot of time. Just keep playing until I somehow get it. Yeah, getting literally 8th position, getting 1%. You know, you really have to play pretty smart for that. But we'll see. Enjoy the Metallica. Interesting, you can play multiple songs at once like this. Yeah, just curious what weird things you can do with that. Alright, I'm gonna try to hide in a tree as the Raven here. Let's see if that works. Haven't really done that at all this season. Done that the remix season mostly. Yeah, I'm trying to fix those pop-ups. That's only 5 seconds. I'll try to fix them eventually at the castle for now, I guess. I know they can be better, but I feel like I need some help, stuff like that. I really do, probably. See if a tree works. I haven't really done that this season. Maybe a tree will work. Get sniped out of it or caught in it, you know. Which is the usual thing that'll happen. But it's worth a try, right? My rank protected match. I feel like he's gonna find me right away. He knows I'm here. The kills aren't worth much, you know, in the beginning. That doesn't mean people won't go for them. If they have an advantage, especially. Oh, you hear the footsteps? Oh no, this isn't great, gotta be honest. This doesn't seem great. Where'd that guy go? Like, probably when the market's here, yeah. Alright, this is a relatively covered place. Obviously I got the wrong back bling for this. Should have maybe selected that manually. I hear them on the ground. Oh shit, there goes that. Gotta jump at it, could potentially jump. Don't have any shields, but at least I have something. With the pistol and the car here. Can run to that from the bush. And with the jump pad, yeah, I could probably just jump back up, you know. Jump back on the tree. But the car is probably a safer bet. I doubt I'd be able to kill anyone with this amount of ping and, you know, lack of resources. But a couple chests, certainly better than nothing. Ooh, some bunkers. That could help too. I like the bunkers. Alright, we'll see how it plays out. Like I said, 1% for getting 8th out of 100, so not exactly optimistic. At least I have some things to work with. Yeah, I should probably archive most of the instruments, but I'm back blings and pickaxes. Now that they've added that, but I just don't take the time usually. I'm making other character loadouts. I just got him from the OG pass. Don't like him as much as Black Knight, of course, but he's another knight technically. Do have his emote. The Ravens. Oh, there's the bench upgrade. That's the Star Wars one. Yeah, let me see what we have here. Couple. hidden somewhere. There we go. That's his, of course. Just need that emotional intelligence. Charlie Nelson would be proud. Alright, no shield, so this is not gonna last long. Let me see. Yeah, I'm surprised there's only the one guy at the black market. Usually people just constantly go for those exotic weapons and all. Pretty powerful, of course. Might get shot down early. I like some really good snipes. I got the mythic sniper. Had some really good headshots and just like behind people. I was playing the build rank just for warm up because I don't really build. Maybe take that shield bubble. And I can jump on that if needed. So the thing is, you know, if you convert the car, what the hell was that? It would potentially, you know, encourage people to come fight you, or it could discourage them if they don't want to fight. It really depends, like, what type of lobby you're in. Most people competitive, they want to fight. Some higher ranks and such. Get against. Ooh, that's a sniper. So it is kind of confusing. What's the best tactics and all? I mean, I could, it's nice if I could, even with this ping, but I don't really want to risk the positioning. Yesterday I was inside the Lone Wolf Lair and they gone for the medallion and such. When I got the 1%, and I just hide in the bushes nearby there too. I even have the bush emote for Discord today, if you saw that. Alucard, the little bush hider. But yeah, I really just need this 3%, so I'm not going to risk things unnecessarily. Just let them come to me, have some advantage if the ping would allow it. Oh, here we go. Got him. Headshot. 3 shots, too. That's decent right there. This is his emote, so I'll use that here. Stupid keytar. So finish the shields. I got some surge. That's what that was. The surge came over. See, right place, right time. That's what that was. Right place at the right time. Oh, that's so good. On his toes. Bastard that he is. Where'd he go? He's just gone. I don't know where the fuck he went. Get the shields back. He's not dead. Gets those guards. I have no idea. See, I'm just trying to get this little percentage. Random things happen. He must have flown away and just ran. I got him pretty low. Oh shit. There he is. Yes! Freaking elite through the gosh dang window. See, my freaking jump pad helped there because it blocked the car. Bastard didn't even have an SUV skin. That's more like it. Alright, kept my shield. I'm good for now. What do we have here? Oh, those guys. We have a wide patrol area. Good for now, I guess. Let's see, we have Sub-Zero, Rocket Drill. I think I'm pretty happy. Well, I could use Sub-Zero instead of the Pump and Dump. But then again, that is 2 melees. Is that really necessary? It gives you some movement, which I don't really have. I have some with the bat, at least. Some movement with the Kneecapper. Man, the game is just so niche, you know? Oh, it could be something. If he peeks his head in the right area. Always reload. It's important to remember that. Keep it where it was naturally, even though I probably want to move it, actually drive it. People are still spectating me, so gotta put on a show for them. Yeah, the first guy I killed, he killed a couple people, so they were spectating him. Just hit the car for the fun of it. Ooh, I blew up the car, see that? The car was critical, so I actually did Get the 75 on him. That breaks the overshield and no build, 0 build. And we're in for a better round than I played last night. Not a single kill. 8th place. 2 kills so far. Got 10 charges left on the Chug Jug. I could maybe get a medallion. That'd help for that. I might as well just pick up something else. Items aren't everything. It's really just how you use them. See, I was switching those weapons so fast. I usually don't do that. I usually try to just use 1 or 2 things. So you're just keeping all the different weapons on him at once. That was definitely helpful, I think. And then he came back. I don't know how he dropped down there, but he did. Here's this guy. Come on. Oh, Sub-Zero. That's probably the follower. I don't know who's human, who's a follower right now. Those are also henchmen. So lock. Oh, that's a player, definitely. 2 hits. Decent. Oh. Oh shit. What is happening? Stuff just comes out of nowhere. It's hard to keep track of. I'm just doing what I can with this ping mainly. I'm not really trying to be aggressive, which is usually the way you have to be to get a lot of kills and such. It must be a human then, yeah. No, that's probably the follower. The red one is the human. You just got the satellite thing, no big deal. Counter sniper, gotta love him. Try, right? Let's see how confident we are. I don't want to get third-partied, you know, sandwiched. Well, I can kill your Brutus at least. That's something. Kill the follower. That doesn't really count for anything. I think it just makes him less powerful. Doesn't really do anything. Except not have a Brutus, you know. He teleports to him. Should have got one of those guys. He stole my car, of course, but here's this one. Oh, man. Long-range battles. City Sub-Zero. Not really worth it. Oh, this one's actually in good shape. Let's see. One actual round of the night. I don't really count last round as anything, you know. Forgot what happened to that golden sushi. Doesn't really matter. Got a bike here too. Decent option. Just get the XP when I can. Whether I need it or not, it's there, you know. Okay, there's that ping. That legendary mountain internet. Oh, there's the assist. Shotgun, yep, shotgun kill. One that I had hit. Oh yeah, I get used to the movement. I think the ping is just making me teleport to blame it all on the ping. All the bad stuff, the good stuff, I'll just tune to the stream pressure, making me play better than usual. I don't know. Try to give you a decent round. What I have, not trying to be a Fortnite pro, obviously. I would have had to play a lot longer than I have for that. Another assist. Another shotgun. Interesting. Alright, this is a good spot for now. Decent shape. Keep reloading, always reload. I just forget, you know, it's easy to forget. Very easy. They have a new ping system that's pretty much brand new. I don't know why you can even use some of them on solo, but it's whatever. Not really important. Alright, any targets. Easily a target myself. Yeah, headshots are usually lethal. It depends. The overshield makes a difference. From the build where you don't have a shield, you just have buildings. Overshield instead of construction. Had some interesting constructions earlier, basically trying to fit them in and the Foxy floodgate and such. That's basically building walls and stairs, and different areas and such. But I still haven't learned like how to actually build, you know, in the open, just around the environment. Learned some like incorporating the buildings in the environment, but not really by itself. All right. Did he just do that? No. They're just glowing. Yep. Check out aerial advantage. Still have that spectator here. He must be mad or just on AFK or something. Usually people wouldn't just spectate you and ready up or so. I don't know why he's still watching me. You can't see it. It's behind Algernon Blood Knight. I could disappear if you want to see it, but it's really just spectate thing. So I'll grab that if I can. Well, I don't know if you actually resist fall damage with a bat or not. I don't think so, but I'm not entirely sure. So you can still make fall damage with a rocket drill, so that's kind of confusing. Medallion somewhere in those hills. Down here by the river, or the road. That's not a river. Let me see. Yeah, it's tough. I don't think I've ever actually won a silver rank, maybe once, but I've run like the lower rank on. Yeah, I've gotten close only a few times. I might have won one, I don't remember. Played a few seasons now since July, it's almost a year. Here we go. Sub-Zero's the man. Ah, too much drop. Not good enough. Oh well. It's what it is. It is what it is, what it is. Probably trying to flush me out. Smoke me out. Oh well. Don't really need his medallion, I'm just going for a target. Yeah, earlier I thought he was the follower, isn't that funny? You can play a Sub-Zero and have the Sub-Zero follower, so there'd be two of you. I guess that would work, wouldn't it? Here's a fellow Raven Knight. Yeah. Oh, that was painful. Better recover before I fight him anymore. A lot of damage. Another car, that'll work. To be sure. What is happening here? Oh, it's a rocket drill. I think I can shoot him when he's literally teleporting across the map. Probably not. That might be a little difficult. Teleport like that for some reason. Could fish a bit, that's true. I like all the spirits, yeah, those are nice. The spirits. I don't know who could be spectating me one of those early kills. Maybe the bush. He was mad I bush camped him. I wouldn't be surprised. People get very salty. Basic things. Just trying to get my last 3%. I'll do what it takes to get that, you know. Ideally. Good enough for that. Any fish in this water? Maybe not. They have to be actual fish pools. No, they can be. I guess there's like better fish in the fish pools. I'm not sure how that works. Oh, they are some there. They're close by. They're not too far away. So, a health fish there. These guys fighting. Oh, there the medallion went. Just dropped. There's NPCs up there. Well, get what you get, I guess. It's something, right? Oh, I killed people there before. That's a good one. Ledge, but I'm top 8, 2 kills. Might as well try to survive. Possible. Let me have a green fish after all. I'm gonna have a full chug juggy. I could have been the medallion holder, but it could have been low, but I need to be humble with this ping. Just survive is a feat in itself. Probably when AFK, he's not just actually watching me this whole time. It's kind of strange. Well, here's the shop. It's funny the storm actually went to the shop. Might as well take a look if there's anything in here. I usually go into the stairs there. Not that I camp all the time, but when I do it right. It's not the best strategy, I think. Alright, shotgun. I don't have any bits, do I? I don't need them anyway. Legendary instead of the green. That's a pretty good upgrade. Just 2 shots instead of the bullet spam of the two-handed. What is he doing? Oh my goodness. It's worth a try, you know? Always worth a try, right? Sometimes I hit him. Oh, here we go. Reloading is always dangerous, but it's a forced reload, so I think the only way to stop it is actually get out of the car. Not entirely sure the mechanics behind that. Well, no more gas stations at this point. Final 7. Hopefully it's enough for that 30%. 2 kills. I think the first one was elite, so it's higher than my rank. I'm still just skeptical, you know, it's so hard to rank up. At this point, well, I think I will trade for that. Be free, fishy, relocated you. Alright. Could use the fire, but it's 5 DPS. It is not going to be enough to counter it for very long at all. And here we go, final 5. Keep my car. Here we go. Trying to drive with the reload. Just bashing the car, it's fine. Man, that guy's shooting from up here. Oh, it's probably a good time to ditch that. I see you. Yeah, that's the best I could do for that. Oh no, he had shotgun and the... Alright, let's see that placement. Is it 3% enough? I hope so. Let's see. Number 5, and here it is. Got it on stream, whatever it is. 9-9, yes! Finally, elite. Yeah, champion harder than I thought. Elite, though, is what I was going for this season. Oh, look, a Teletubby. Freaking Teletubby. Of all things. Freaking Teletubbies. Love to kill them. Fake freaking streamers. The worst fake streamers, whether it's at the beginning of the name or the end of the name. It's still a Teletubby. And it's still love to fake. Got you good, Teletubby. Yeah, it's not a real streamer, obviously. 2 elites killed for my elite. Oh, did he win? Oh, yeah. Let's see who wins here. We've got 2 remaining. Black Suit, which I hate, and Anime, which isn't great either. Oh, spam fire, and he gets it. Naruto, or whatever it is. He gets it. Alright, good enough. Don't need to hear that. We got it, Alucard. Elite, my goal for the whole season. It'd be nice to get champion. I'm actually not too far from champion. If I can do a few more rounds like that, I'll probably keep the rank protection just so I don't, you know, go back to diamond. It's like a, you know, almost another month of the season. Ooh, that's a nice looking hush there. That's all random. Yeah, it all randomized that. Yeah, I should take out the guitars and the pickaxes. Back in. But we got it. I don't even know what song is playing now. He used to tell me what it was. I don't even know most of these songs. How do I like change it to a different random one? That would be an idea, but it doesn't work. Anyway, yeah, we're done for now anyway, but yeah, got elites. So the main reason I wanted to get that, since I'm not competing until I actually, you know, do the system requirements, which is like verify you don't have any app, like cheats basically. You have to do this, like a whole process for that. But since I'm not playing that, I really just wanted the back bling and to get elite again for the sake of it. So this current black bling should be the wolf one. I saw it earlier, and actually Geralt of Rivia. Yep, there it is. The Alpha Trophy had diamond all this time. Just unlocked elite, so that should be ready here soon. But yeah, that one has the crown on it, so it is a cut above. I did see a Unreal one earlier walking around, like Geralt's thing. Or actually, I think it was just bronze Geralt, or gold Geralt. Alright, well, we got elites, so it should, this is the current season, so yeah, it should unlock like later or whatever. So look for that. Finally got it though. Celebrate. Get rid of those guitar, back blings and pickaxes, make more characters. Oh yeah, that's right, she had the wings, so it's kind of a bad one to random on when it's such a good one. It's a bad one to get off of it being good. Future time cars. And Hush is looking good. Yeah, I like that Hush actually a lot better than the white hair version, the gray hair version. Just a good double agent, good other like base character from the game. Nothing too much else needed. It's Marvel's back. X-Force things. Not as good as Psylocke as Marvel Strike Force. And all that stuff. Coachella going on this last weekend. I don't know how long it lasts, but I've never been. Summer festivals. And Easter's coming. That's true. Get your seasonal Easter things. That's pretty basic one. I think I'm happy with the actual song. Alright, well that was exciting. Congratulations to us for getting elite. We still have, yeah, I think another, okay, 2 weeks. It's only May, it's not actually that much longer. 2 weeks to possibly get champion for the first time. But, you know, let's see how it goes. As you see, the round's a little stressful. Chivalry and such better. At least we killed the fake Teletubby for now. Actual Ace the Sly kill. And, you know, the ping wasn't great, but it definitely was playable and kind of how it normally is, so that was good. Ping we could keep playing for now, but I definitely wouldn't risk the rank anymore. So that'll do it for Fortnite for the moment. Not a bad round. We got what we needed and then some, you know, that actually went really well. So that's that. And let's move on. Chivalry later, that's a better online. Reinstall things. That was some good achievements, goals, and such. But for now, talk to robots on Discord. And really good things soon. I was thinking of Fallout 4 also at some point. That could be fun. Exciting Fortnite round. Let me consider these dynamics of things for our next move. So, Dune, which I think we'll probably be spending at least some of our time. I don't know if I can commit to spending, you know, all of our time, but some of our good time in May and June on. Once it's out in about a month and a week. Until then, let's see what else. Oh yeah, things I already have. Things I need to uninstall and just, you know, finish for now. Play one more time or whatever. Hogwarts, just not that interesting to come back to right now. Alice, you know, it's alright, but it's just not that interesting. Halo, I do want to do the other Halos. There's no hurry for that. Shot the Tomb Raider has been good lately. It's what we played last on that previous stream. Can't believe it's already been freaking 5 days. It was a Wednesday 5 days ago we played that. So probably play that tomorrow after some knocks. For tonight I'm thinking either Red Dead. Seen a lot of good Red Dead videos lately. Either Red Dead, if Dragon Knights are eager, we could use Siege of Dragonspear, Darkest Dungeon, or Baldur's Gate 3. But, you know, quite a few things that think about and try to find the time for. Red Dead relaxing, you know, we're celebrating that good Fortnite success. We got back flowers for Algernon. See how the copyright works out. Oh, there's a lot of songs and thing in that, so probably should have toggled the box, you know, just for the reading stream, but I didn't, so we're moving on. Let's get to some Red Dead Redemption 2. Pretty good game. Let's pick it up from that. Wait, second playthrough. And Shadow Tomb Raider tomorrow after Nox is looking good for 1500 stream celebration. We are getting ready for that. Last couple things for that. Like to have the new cheers for it too, but maybe we can do that for the 800 Dragon Knight celebration. Won't be too long from now either. Terraria. Funny games. Alright, I think it's launching here at some point. Let me check the workshop. The Dragon Palace too. Silly Steam people. Wouldn't go as far as calling them friends, but silly Steam people on Terraria and such. Yes, indeed. Used to be able to search by game. People are playing now just as by name again, but for a while you could actually search by name. Offline Baldur's Gate 3, I see. Interesting. Wonder why he is invisible. Who knows? Alright, I'm trying to launch it up. It's, yeah, updating as always, but it'll be fun. It's a good game, good immersion, good times. Good stories. Listen to that Wolf and the Dog story again recently. Rather die free than starve free than feast in chains. That was a good one. Arthur Tome. Detroit on sale. Back to Detroit, Michigan. I'd play that, but I'd rather play ones I haven't watched through before. Maybe the Dark Pictures Anthology, and I haven't watched those. Ooh, this is a good classic one, I think. I'm kind of curious about it. Since we played the Lovecraft... Oh, there's Lovecraftian Days happening right now. That's a new one. Yeah, you have easy, normal, and hard. Lovecraftian Days. We did used to leave Lovecraft. It's not on the front page of Steam, but close enough, you know. Huh. Yeah, it's kind of a mini sale, like one of those you don't actually hear about on the front page or so, but still on nonetheless. And yeah, we did read all the Lovecraft stories, so it's curious. I'm sure Call of Cthulhu's in this sale. Decadent coming soon. Cthulhu. That's funny. Huh. Forgive me, Father. Gloomwood. It's like, where's Call of Cthulhu? That should be featured at least. Worshippers of Cthulhu. Sandbox. A lot of stuff I have not heard of. Let me look at Alone in the Dark. That's a classic one too. Let me see if I can actually... Yeah, 2024, the newer one. That's pretty recent. Last year, well, there was a few, wasn't there? I thought that was like older than that. What are all these? Old game, yeah. So there's the old game. What about the one from the 90s or so? There's a really old one. Oh, that's interesting. Cost. Oh, it's the ones from the original game. That is the original Alone in the Dark. So the reptile guy and the woman. Yeah, that's the very first one. Then I put the second one too. I might buy that. I don't really know what it is. It's the anthology. Yeah, those are the original games. Those are the old ones. which are definitely good. This is probably worth it. I mean, the new one is 2013. There's a lot, but yeah, the 2024 one by itself is 20, so that takes up most of the bundle. Huh, get out of the cart for now. Not actually buy it yet, just put it in the cart. I think that'd probably be worth it. Those are some really good games. I did enjoy them, so it could be a good one for Terror Tuesday. Time you have left, or you know, if I can't play my Steam account for long, I would just hopefully give it to someone else, or just keep it for later. It's like, what do people do with their Steam accounts when they die? You know, they just pass it on, hopefully some family or friends or someone. They just keep there all these games.
And we gotta have
I wanted to play Worshippers of Cthulhu. That's like a real-time strategy, yeah. City Sim. Oh, it's a colony sim. That seems interesting. Or if Cthulhu's actually in it or not. Looks pretty cool. I mean, I generally don't spend much time on games like that. It's like Black and White and Age of Empires or Age of Mythology. Yeah, a lot of good stuff there. I'm thinking Alone in the Dark, you know, swayed me for now. Let's look at that one other I was looking at earlier because it just caught my eye. This looks a lot like Wolfenstein. Only they have the same picture as Wolfenstein. I think they did that on purpose. It's like a wizard and a seems like a rifle. Yeah, where's Cthulhu? Let me see what this is. Skelethrone. There's a lot of interesting names. Yeah, Witchfire, that other new game. A lot of catchy names. Oh, that's reminds me of other Mario Party type stuff. Alright, well, probably get Alone in the Dark, which is, you know, a good bundle. The sale just started, so it's another week, I guess. So that'll be good. Probably pick those up. Good thing for Terror Tuesday. I played them all back in the day. They definitely took some doing. They're not like easy games, but a lot of puzzles and such, and interesting combat and such. But they're well made. They're pretty good for what they are. Pretty intense, like all the gangsters and horror aspects to it. Alright, single playthrough good for now. And there's actually a lot to the epilogue. I didn't realize like how elaborate the epilogue is, so I kind of regret not playing that first playthrough, but you can understand I was pretty upset by the bad ending. Arthur has to die, no matter what you do. So the tuberculosis guy, the debt you collect, you have to do. I thought he got it earlier from there, like the guy who wasn't all bloody and such. I thought that you had to get it from like the very first guy in Valentine. Thought he had like early stage tuberculosis, not the one later on. It was like the last stage. He's coughing up blood, his shirt's all bloody. It's one of the deader guys from Strauss. Shall see. We'll see how the copyright went for Fortnite. Hopefully, you know, I don't have to split the VOD or separate recording for flyers for Algernon. Already 10,000 drop frames just from that little frame drop. Fortnite is Wi-Fi. We were lucky not to have any so far. I didn't want to push my luck, you know, or jinx it, but decent for now. Be excited for tomorrow. Hopefully stream before noon, but I'm a bit too tired. We'll just pick it up in the early evening. There should be time for it all. Yep. So, be some good things in store. Shall see. Extra bookmark. Yeah, some long loading screens lately. Even for simpler games. Thankfully, I added quite a few pictures in these loading screens. Quite a few. Yep, that was a good Fortnite round. pump and dump, try it with a shotgun, just, you know, guy overwhelming my character at the end there. Sir Raven did what he could. Better than some ravens out there. To be sure. Let's check out a bit more here. When it eventually loads, thank goodness. We'll be there. Alright, so there it is. Back to Red Dead, cause why not? Where in the world I even am? There's a few things. Deadeye. Yeah, no matter how much or how little he smokes, it makes no difference for tuberculosis. If you were wondering, I can pretty much guarantee smoking is not what killed him. It's contracting TB that did. You know, they even quarantine like modern hospitals. People have TB or pretend to have it. Any risk of it, you know. So many things to unlock. For the second time around. Yeah, some people play it through like 10 times. It's crazy. Yeah, nice if I could actually see. Oh, negative 10%. I thought it was like, you know, plus 10%. But no, it's either 0 or negative. It doesn't actually go plus. But yeah, it's looking good. I just wish, you know, it actually told you what it was. It's kind of, you know, left to your interpretation what your honor is sometimes. It's like, oh, it's ambiguous. You can just think of it certain ways. But anyway, smoking doesn't hurt him. But I do need some Deadeye back. Alright. bug first, Morgan. I was looking at the videos. You can get free horses. And Illusion would be good for a White Knight. I love the Spanish horse and Illusion. But because he's the pure White Knight, the pure White Snow horse seemed even better. So I figured, why don't we go for that for now. And that, of course, will be where... Let's find that. It's in one of the snowy regions. I think it's unlocked right after the tutorial, but double check here. It's one of these videos that goes into it. There's a lot. There's a lot of them, but there is one which is like pure white snow. I wonder if this is one. Looks like Arabian. Yeah, there's several Arabians. Those are fastest horses. Well, obviously a fast horse is good, but yeah, I should have saved the oh, I think I did save it somewhere. Let me find it on Facebook real quick. Don't wait till epilogue. Dark Bay Turkmen. Well, that does look like a good one. There's quite a few, and I only discovered probably a quarter or half the horses the first playthrough. But yeah, let me see if I can find this specific video with the Snow White one. Oh yeah, Marshall like that. The elephants herding together after the earthquake today. I like this one. They all herded together. Yeah. That was here. Big earthquake today. For the actual video in a second. Hold on. Hope you can see it. These damn Facebook reels. Not the easiest to link and share. Not really. Oh. Okay. I think I forwarded it because I knew I wanted to come back to it, you know. Yeah, they all smile at Arthur in the camp. That was one. And let me see. Yeah, I found it. Good. This is it. Yes. It's the Mustang. Yeah, this is the one I want to get just because it's... The Illusion's really nice. I'll probably save that for later. Get it this playthrough too, but... I do want the white snowy one. Yeah, this was John the Epilogus. And let's be friends.
Hey, we're friends!
We're friends. So the Arabians.
Easy now.
So yeah, the one I want, the white snowy horse. I think would be great for White Knight, Arthur. It's the white Arabian. Makes sense. So the white, pure white horse is Lake Isabella. Next to Spider Gorge, Dead Boot Creek. Yeah, the west little top left of Lake Isabella near Mount Hagen. Okay, well, I'll have to check the map, see if I have even any of those yet. That seems to be pretty far out. Yeah, I haven't even discovered that yet. No, never mind. It's right here. That's all on the map already. Alright, we'll double check. Reference here. Should be able to find it easy enough from there. I mean, I hope so. Okay, the waypoint shows it kind of towards the bottom. In between that little curl there. So let's try that for now. I'll keep the video open in case I need more reference, but it's more or less around here. So let's start off with that today. For a good horse, well, the basic Bug Morgan is fine. I mean, every horse gets the job done if they're, you know, up to it. But for the White Knight Arthur, I think the White Arabian even better than the White Maned Morgan here.
Hey, you're okay, girl.
Could name them Snow. Fleece as white as snow. That would be a good one. Yeah, I never use the same name twice for the horses. You usually don't have many horses, but you know, stuff happens. Well, here's the realistic loggers. I guess I'll lasso them the next playthrough.
Hey, mister. Hey there, mister.
Oh, something here. I forgot there's something here.
Hey there.
Well, let's find.
Can I
Just
help
taking a
you?
look.
200 save
Where would the
photos.
apple seed head for it? Still getting started on this site, but we should have some fine Big Valley lumber for sale very soon if you're interested.
I'll keep that in mind.
We should be further along by now, but what can you do? I mean, look at these dolts. There's not a brain between them. Listen, you got any supplies for sale? Food, medicine? Starting to run low. I can't spare anyone to go into town, not the way things are going. I'd be happy to pay premium for them.
Make the choice. Give them all the good stuff. I don't really need most of it, you know. Have a pair. I had to get that from the shop. That is good. That's what I got so far, pretty much. Decent price.
Appreciate it. That should help keep us going.
Whiskey. Good profit. Yeah, it's curious. Lumberjack. Songs of the Lumberjack.
You okay, boy? Howdy.
Be careful.
Oh, sorry. Gets lonely out here sometimes, don't it?
Is that so?
Anyway, don't let me bother you.
See you around.
Yeah,
So
good
far,
girl.
so good. Let's not blow any trees out. Oh shit. See? Stuff is happening. Yeah, the trees actually do fall. It's pretty great. All the details in the game, people are still amazed at all these years later. Better than the second one, I guess. Better than the first one. 6 years is really not too long in a game. Game of time.
There, girl.
See how impressive Dune Awakening is. We shall see. Alright, I'm excited for this new horse. And we'll pick it up with story stuff. Because the game does not progress. You can apparently leave the camp for 20 years. There's like mods that you can pass time. Anyways, the beard will grow, and so that's really not much difference. Should we get a deer? I don't really need it. But it's so tempting when they're perfect, you know. They're legitimately perfect. The other one was perfect. Yeah, that one. One of them is perfect. That's the perfect one right there. Go for the headshot. No, that wasn't clean. I guess they have to be in the heart to be privy.
Girl, won't take long.
That's too bad. Oh well. Sorry, dear, but there is infinite amount of them. You don't have to feel so bad, you know, weighing on your conscience, you know, like dialogue and things like in Vampire, maybe different. This, it's really just honor, and the animals don't affect honor at all. Well, it's sad, it's still a virtual world, and you should feel more guilty, you think, for the human interaction than how many of the legendary animals you kill are not even, you know, taking all the meat and such. We just have to realize it's a virtual world, it doesn't matter, we won't have a good experience with it. But we don't actually care that much about things that don't affect honor for the second playthrough. So yeah, I guess you had to hit in the heart. It did say a rifle for a clean kill. So I'm not really sure. Could smoke and ride. It's not a hotkey to smoke. Fable had hotkeys. What? Roadkill. He's chain smoking. What have we got here? Study it as you pocket it. Poor crow. An American crow.
Come on, girl.
As opposed to the Canadian crow. Yep. Quite a few.
You're alright, girl. Yeah.
Well, stand McCordy empty, so it doesn't matter how much I smoke now. Quick bath while we're here.
Okay, girl.
It's not too messy. Gets blood on him easily. Let me just study that here. Don't even have the elk compendium yet. That is so hard to do, though. Why do they make it so difficult?
Easy.
Rocky Mountain. Yeah, the long scope I do not have yet. The rolling rock, rolling block.
Yeah, you're alright, girl.
Doesn't matter. Oh shit! That was pretty bad. Sorry about that. Bug. Sorry, bug.
Let's go, girl.
Let's push her off after
You're
that.
okay.
I usually have the boy horses, so it's interesting. Girls once in a while. I don't know what the Arabian will be in. It's going to be a wild horse. Not buying or stealing that one, like I usually would. Those two things. Seems to always get cigarettes, and he just refills them. Various loot, so should be plenty. 10 cigarettes for the full Deadeye. Base core, but not the outer ring, you know. Well, I don't think this is much of a shortcut after all. We'll see if the horse can handle it. I have a feeling it's not like Witcher, though. You might have a hard time actually getting up the mountain. But do the best you can, bud. Can't ask more than that.
Easy, girl.
Supposed to go this way, not that way. I guess I'll try to follow the line. It shows a line straight here. It's a little risky, but... No, don't fall. Oh man, slippery for sure. Just gonna feed them now. Have a carrot, you deserve it. After that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not exactly the best road I could have taken.
This way. Come on.
That's where the White Arabian is. Here in the snow. Curious. Yeah, it'll be fun to play as the girl character online eventually. Play a lot of mods. You play as Sadie or other ones, but those are mods. Not our own character. Well, that doesn't look good. I'd rather not kill the horse, you know, unnecessary, so you stay here, or he could follow me, but I feel like he's gonna die from following me. Maybe I can call him and he would do better than just follow me directly. You can flee or leave, that's it. I don't want him to flee either. A little dangerous terrain here. Shouldn't be lethal though. Just difficult, you know. Oh, I'll find another way. Hopefully, it just goes the opposite direction. In the snow, Arthur in the snow. White Knight Arthur in the white snow. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. The road says I can go straight. I mean, probably should have stayed on the actual road. Like the other side of the mountain. What? Not even on these maps. A completely different area. I should just go back to the road at this point, yeah. This isn't gonna help. It's not even close. We're still like a couple miles or so from there. Let's see if I can get safely down. This is a big slope. Get safely down without killing yourself, Arthur. Not that it matters. He has infinite lives. It's not hardcore. That is steep, though. I mean, look at that. Nice and steep, but taking it slow would be a lot safer. I know it's cold. I didn't save any other jackets yet. Sorry.
All right, girl.
Save some jackets later. Yep, not worth it.
Yeah.
This is all not worth it. Freaking mountain.
You done good, girl.
That'll be better. But interesting terrain. I haven't done that too often. Back to the road. Yeah, this time I think I'll agree with that. Not many shortcuts there. That should be better. Considerably better.
Yeah. Good girl.
Let's see.
Easy there. Yep. Shh, girl. That's a good girl.
Hey, mister! Help me! My horse died and I'm stuck here.
He
You
steals
gotta
the
help me,
horse, of
mister.
course. But I know how to help him.
No need for fancy talk, eh? Raise your hands, now!
I hear you.
Necesito un caballo.
What's he doing?
God damn it!
I was barely moving. How is that low on her? How is that low on her? What the fuck was I supposed to do? He just started shooting. Gosh dang it. I can't believe that's low on her. Just defending yourself from a highwayman.
Let's go, girl.
What in the world is low on her about that? I didn't even kill him. Oh, he's still alive. Look at him. Still alive. Already lost the honors, so it doesn't matter now.
That's it.
That is so weird. You lose honor for defending yourself, apparently. Honor, you know, is a train. What's the word I'm like? It's a thing. Let me think of the word.
There. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pack a jacket later. Maybe buy a good one.
Good girl. There's a girl. Yeah. That's it. All right, girl. Yeah. You're good.
What do we have here? The polar bear. Oh, the buffalo. It's the white buffalo. That's right. There's a white buffalo here in the snow.
Easy, girl.
Where could they be? What's the challenge? Do I have anything for hunting? Cover scent. As long as I actually find it, I could use that, but let's actually find it.
You're all right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Oh. That's so cool. Ooh, that's a perfect one.
Yep.
Yeah, still don't have a long scope rifle, so. Shooting the antlers. You better be slower by now.
Hey, you're okay, girl.
It's crazy. Crazy elk. Where'd he go? Is he the invincible elk? Like absolutely riddled with bullet holes.
Go up.
I made like the bullet noise. Apparently they can make that noise too. Yeah, I need something to survive out here. I have just so many bullets in them. That's not good. Yeah, it's the heavier skin. I don't know if you can cook them or not. Get the meat, or you get the meat automatically maybe. Can't harvest all of the parts. Gotta get the actual satchel. I need other working tools. Damn, this is some nasty weather for him right now. It's freezing. I didn't bring a jacket. Catch a cold. Worse. I forgot, you know, like, bring the jacket separately because I wanted to buy a new jacket. I haven't really had the chance yet.
Good girl.
Let's see if we can find the horse out here. That's the main reason for being here. Indeed. Keep them warm. So
Yeah.
used to go through all these things. Consumables. Let me find a good amount soon. Must be cold water, huh? It's not frozen yet. Barren waste. Haven't spent much time in the snow since the prologue. Either playthrough. Probably most of spent soon.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah, there you go.
The freezing north. Alright, well, we made it. And there he is. Arabian. We found him. Literally right on the marker.
Hey, wait, where you going?
This last one.
Yep.
See if that helps.
There you go. Calm down.
This is the one.
Come here.
Snow White. My future horse, hopefully for the whole playthrough. If I can keep him alive. That is not always easy. So it happened in Nightmare. It was a nightmare. What happened in Nightmare at Saint Denis. So we'll see. Oh shit, I lost it.
Just take it easy.
Yeah, John comes at for
Easy. Easy, easy. Hey, stop. Hey, come back. Whoa, whoa, wait. No, no, wait. Hey, wait, where you going?
Oh shit, it is hard. It's harder than I thought. I don't really know how he did it. I guess he didn't lasso it at all. Apparently lassoing it is not the way to do it. Maybe I can ride it right away though. Shit. Oh shit, this is not too good stick. But there it was, you know, right in front of me. Oh man. I don't know if I could have tried to ride it right away or not. But it'll still be here, you know. Yeah, if I have to come back another time, it's like I only have one opportunity to get it right. That would be hard.
Girl.
Considering I haven't done this since the first game, pretty much. I don't know if I've ever done it in this one. Yeah, like break, you had to like ride it, so it's broken. Yep, stand, I got trained quick. I don't know where they went. I lost track of them. There we go.
Hey, easy. Whoa, whoa, wait. No, no, stay here. Hey, stop.
Shouldn't it help it that I'm already on a horse?
Yep. Easy.
You'd think that it would be a comfort that I'm already riding one, not a scary aspect. Oh, man.
You'll be all right. Damn it. Come on. Go easy. Come on now. Easy. Easy now. Easy.
I can't see, you bastards, I can't see. Shit, shit, shit. Wait, steer in the opposite direction of the horse's movement.
Hey now. Go easy.
The opposite direction. Did I get it? I got it.
Very good.
Store an unbound horse.
Well done.
There's my white horse. Got it. Oh, we got it. There it is.
Good girl.
See, already letting me feed it.
That's a good girl.
I'm gonna put the saddle on now if I can. This will be my horse. White as the snow.
Good job. You done good, girl.
Get the saddle. How do you take the saddle? I've almost never done that, yeah. I forgot. I think it's pretty easy. Isn't it? Horse cargo. Horse weapons. I think I have to remove the pelt first, probably. Kind of weird I would do that first, but maybe I can't take it off yet. There it is. Isn't that the saddle? How do I take the saddle off? There it is. Okay, sorry.
Easy, girl. Just taking this off.
Will still be extra. Saddle up. Nice. My very first wild horse in my career. Red Dead 2. Might just have the, you know, DLC one, and the first one, the war horse. Yep, there's my main horse.
Yeah, you're all right, girl.
Very exciting. And it's another girl. Funny enough. 2 girl horses. Very exciting. And you can follow us for now.
This way. Come on.
Build up some strength by carrying the hide, I guess. Bug will be okay. I'm just gonna go to the stable first thing. That would make the most sense, right? Or I could do this since it's here. I can just... Well, it's just the gunslinger. It shouldn't be anything too hard. Yep.
This way, girl.
Very exciting. We'll have the new snow as soon as I can name one. Snow White Arabian. Very nice. Yep, it makes sense to have the snow horse in the snow region. I mean, it's fitting.
Here we go.
Pretty fitting, isn't it? I'd say so.
There, girl. Yeah. All right.
Tell it's a t-shirt. It's kind of, you know, low res. I'll get a better picture at some point. We'll see. I don't want to take up too much of the screen either, though. It's a delicate balance on these things.
Okay, girl.
See, it's wild. It's not used to being ridden. It'll take a while for me to get used to it. Fleece is as white as snow, though. That is exciting. To be sure.
Easy, girl. There. There, girl. There's a girl. Good girl. Yeah. Come on. Hey, you're okay, girl.
Hey, look, it's the original camp, yeah. This is the original place, the prologue. Tutorial, we found it. We did find it. But if you can explore now.
Whoa, girl, easy now.
I'm curious. Able to get in here? Yeah, what do you know? Found the prologue area. Yeah, you can go back and search it, because once you get out of the prologue, you don't interact with it. But if you come back like this... Oh, just the drawer. Guessing we got everything useful here then. But it's interesting to be back. It's a hard place. It was a difficult, snowy time. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there'd be much thing. Is this little church here? That's a very tiny church, like 3 or 4 person church. That's what that is. I don't know what it is. Just tiny buildings. Yeah, it's fun to come back to. All this time later. to it.
Slow up now. Come on, girl.
The Last of Us Season 2.
That's it, girl. Yep.
Here we go. Yep, here we go. I like to not shoot me, I like to lock on. I like to shoot like in the Dead Eye since there's better ways here. Doubt he'll survive anyway. Better to finish him here. Get him to just suffer. That would probably kill him, but I think. Probably. Arctic wolves.
Just hold on, girl.
Interesting. Wolf pelts. And the wolf carcass. Yep, so one or the other here.
Call it a day there, girl.
Powerful, stringy meat, remember? Same as the World of Warcraft ones. Generally,
Let's go, girl. Yeah, good girl.
it lives in the snow.
Follow me, girl. Yeah.
Wonder if that highlight got anything. Fortnite highlighter. You saw his honor bar there. Pretty much.
Yep. Easy there. Yep.
Here's this. Oh, the ice is dangerous yet. Oh, I forgot it's these guys.
I don't mean no harm, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Just want to speak
You
to
do have to
Hernandez.
kill him.
We don't like visitors up here. Kill this fool.
Del Lobo. I forgot.
Close in, listen.
Oh, see? I never actually went up here. Some reason, like, you have the stranger mission early on, but then it doesn't show up anymore for some reason. So I never had any other gangs except the Lemoyne, the O'Driscolls, and the Murphy Brood for my first playthrough. But now that I've actually explored this, I get the Del Lobo gang for the first time, even before I got the Lemoynes and the Murphy Brood. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I never actually did this. I mean, I've seen videos of this, but yeah. That's so funny. That is really funny. Alright, well now I have to kill them, or they kill you. There's only one person coming out of this situation. And it's gonna be Arthur. Oh dear. The horse helps it where he can. Funny. Ah, shit.
Idiot.
You started it. Obviously, you started it.
Whoa. Easy.
Still alive. He just stunned. He's still alive though. He's unconscious. Then talk to me. I'll let him go. Yeah, the horses are fine. Don't worry. Remember this here. My interviews. Pretty good.
Flacco Hernandez, you in there? I didn't want trouble, but I'm just here to speak with you. About Boy Calloway.
Good one, girl.
I'm unarmed. I just want to talk. About Boy Calloway?
Sure. Here's your message.
Fuck! Yeah, I don't remember how to duel. There's that one guy, the stranger mission, it was so hard. I completely forgot how to do it. Fill the meter. When the meter is full, you draw. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Little bastard. So funny now. Is it a good message? I better take the picture before he's unrecognizable. There's your Flacco Hernandez. Dead. Dead and gone. Yeah, I don't remember how to duel. I mean, it's pretty different in the first game, too. Somewhat different. Alright, well, he's dead. That is that. Food for the wolves and the other animals here. Yeah, I should probably just have the shirt, nothing else, or maybe the Streamlabs link. I'll consider it later, get some other perspectives, opinions about it. Give me your opinion when you're ready. He's dead. Could carry his... Oh, Flacco's revolver. That's unique. Huh. Express. Nitro Express rounds. So yeah, the regular Cattleman revolver is nothing special. You can always buy those. That's just the starter pistol, basically. It's nothing unique about it. Whereas Flacco's is unique. Whether it has better stats or not, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I never got it before. Here it is. Yeah, you can compare the damage with the other one in Soba. Might as well clean it. Get those stats up a little bit. Not sure like what the damage bar is compared to other ones or not, but oh well. It's nice and unique, whether it's, you know, worse stats or better stats. I don't think it matters too much. It doesn't make much difference, you know. Gun is a gun, right? Some guns better than others. Yeah, so I just want to compare the damage here. That's my original. They're basically the same, man. It's really bad condition. There's the same bullets, though. Yeah, I'll keep that one over the basic Cattleman. It's louder, too. And there it is. This one. A nice collection. Didn't want him the duel, but there it is. Damn, they were in a nasty outlaw camp. Like the fringes of Dutch gang too. Long fringes. But you're in the snow, yeah, it's quite a long way from Mexico. Considerably colder than most places in Mexico, I think. Poisonous trail, never saw that before either. Huh, what is it? Poisonous trail. Yeah, these things are so hard to follow. No thanks. Imagine people making custom maps and pictures like that. Pretty funny. At least they had a fire and some salsa verde soup. Premium cigarettes. Yeah, I went through the cheap cigarettes first. Explain how he does that. Here's my card. Flake, go ahead, Dr. Hawthorne. Artists, writers, poets. Sentiments. Oh, another ginseng. Nice to get those early. When they actually apply, and I always had so many ginseng later when I didn't need any more. Oh yeah, he's not doing too well. Should take a nap before we head out. Let's get to the camp. Wait, I lost it again? How does that happen? Do I have it? No, still don't have it. It's being difficult. Alright, Flaco's revolver. We can't name it Arthur's revolver because he just uses a regular gun, and it is Arthur's gun. Whatever his gun is his gun. Alright, I'll loot them, then we'll camp. Silly guys. Health cure. He'll be fine, you know, he's just a little cold. Yeah, it's so funny. I never discovered these because a lot of them are small gangs. They're not like giant, like the O'Driscolls, the Lemoynes, the Murphy Brooder. Probably the biggest gangs. Just the other ones are small like this. Yeah, that's good. I'm actually following the side quest because yeah, I definitely don't remember this being on the map after I got to a certain point in the story. It just disappeared. You are meant to do it early on, along with the main quest ones. The main story. Fancy fellas. That one that was knocked out. Somewhere over here. Should be about it, right? Oh, I saw the big map on this time. Alright, let's have a camp, I think. Camp near their camp. Make more sense to actually use their camp, but I don't think it works that way. Tent nearby in the snow. Yeah, the camera angles haven't been good. A lot of these trees and things. Oh, might as well make all the meat, I guess. It takes a while to cook it though. I'd rather just sell it. Buy it, you know. It takes too long to do it yourself. Such is the case, I guess. Alright, selling the rest. Unless I can get rid of the big game. Maybe we can get rid of that, like the body, by actually cooking it. Maybe not. I think you actually have to sell the rest of it. Or it has different pieces of it, you know. Yeah, I'll take a quick nap before we head out. He needs a jacket. Alright. There we go. Yeah, interesting. You know, I've seen the video of that. I don't remember what the video was about, but I did remember seeing that. Let me see if I can make any bullets, or at least the hollow points. Oh, I can't make a fireball. Those aren't unique, though. You can only just get those in the town. The tomahawks are good to have, though. There's a lot you can do with those in the story and certain character interactions and things. Fire arrows. I have never had the option to make these before. Guess I just didn't have much animal fat before. The improved arrows, I'm sure, are good, but yeah, I want a fire arrow. I don't think I've ever made that. It's an explosive one. Nice. Alright, now I can use some split. Those are always good too. They do more damage. Make some snake oil with tobacco. Might as well make one. Absolutely. Do not use item. Right away. You just drink it from the cup, basically. That's fine. And I want split for probably the revolver, the repeater, and the rifle. I'll make one more shotgun ammo. I just want the pistol. And I mean, the rifle's good, of course, but now we know the difference. So split point revolver shells are good. He just cuts it by, I think it makes 10 at a time for everyone who dies. So 100 will last us a while. Just converts the ammo over basically. Cuts the little X's in them. It'll be good for defense. White Knight Arthur and his 2 horses here. 2 lady horses. Alright. Did I nap already? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really look like evening, does it? Yeah, I got the tomahawk. That is good. Very good tomahawk. Cores are decent. And Flaco's revolver are the quest. Very good.
Come on, girl. Follow me.
Okay, next, yeah, the stable. Like I said, that was just on the way. Stable and Valentine. Or Mary first. Or maybe I just stable and name it, and then I can go to Mary right after. Perfect.
Yep.
On our own pace, our own progress, our own perspective. There's many ways to play the game. There's no right or wrong way per se, except we're failing missions, of course.
There, girl.
But yeah, there's a lot of good things to do. Just got weird I didn't do that one in the first playthrough at all. I don't remember doing it. Did I do that? No, I didn't discover the gangs. I only had the 3 gangs, so I didn't. Yeah, I only had the 3 gangs. Somehow I missed that one and just wasn't on the map all that time.
Hey, hey.
Not sure how that happens, but we can apparently. I'll fix that pop-up later at some point. But I have room for this. I still have the wolf carcass.
Yeah, you're alright, girl.
That's the elk. Yeah, the elk. Yeah, I'm full, whether it's perfect or not. I mean, I guess I could stow it, but enough is enough for now. I don't need that much.
Easy, girl.
Let's move on.
Hey, you're okay, girl. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Whoa.
Who needs some help?
Okay there.
I won't gotta know, Wolf.
So far down.
Get back.
You bastard.
What happened?
You're okay. Easy.
Dangerous.
Yep.
Where the heck did he go? He was right here. That's a nice sunset. There's his horse.
Easy. Whoa.
Can hitch it on the tree. That looks interesting. Gotta study it before anything else. Morgan.
Let's go.
How many horses can I have?
Come on, girl.
Can I really have 3 at a time? Yeah, I know where he went, so I guess that's fine.
You're okay.
Yeah, both of them are full. Apparently you can have 3 at a time. Yeah, I mean, my main horse is my main horse now. The other one is a temporary horse. I don't know what this one is, just like less than temporary. Superficial. It'll leave as soon as you get off it, basically. You don't have bonding with it because of that. You only have one temporary horse, one main horse. And the rest you either sell or stable or leave behind. Well, I guess I could sell it. There's no bonding with it, yeah. They're just keeping it stable. And able to follow me, because they're my horses. I can't own this one. It's curious, you know, like... Yeah, I mean, those mechanics make sense, but... How realistic is all this? It's another matter.
You done good, girl.
There's certain things that, you know, bridge the gap between realism. Certain things that are very far-fetched. But it's definitely a reflection of real history.
Go, come on. Go easy, girl. Yeah. There's a girl. You all right?
I don't think they're alright. I'm draining the stamina core.
Good girl.
Quite the adventure. Oh, this is where you go to the other camp, isn't it? It's nearby. I guess it's pretty close to that. What's that? I can't even see it. Yeah, got my picture of Flaco. Oh, that's not an elk. Probably a different kind though.
Yep.
This is the forest elk, not the winter mountain elk.
Easy.
Elusive.
Yeah. Easy there.
Cow elk.
Mister?
You're just a waste of time.
What? You think you're frightening or something? You're good.
The game always tempts you to shoot people. Always wants you to have the last word, you know? You don't have to have the last word every time.
That's it.
Rising to the bait, you know?
Yeah, you're doing good. Yeah.
Holy goodness. You have bonded with this horse that will now respond to whistles. What about my... Oh shit. What about Bug? Oh no.
Yep.
What happened to Bug? No.
Yep.
Bug. Don't leave me, Bug. My first horse this playthrough. Can't just lose them. Are you kidding me? What happened to Bug? Shit. I didn't realize you had to guard them that closely.
Yep.
Well, there's no going back. There's no related. There she is. She's just leaving us. Why? Bug. Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this? Why would you do this, bug? You so easily leave us like that.
Okay, girl. Yeah.
That's weird, huh? Strange mechanics. Yeah, it's clearly not the right way to go. But as for that horse, which was about to become my other temporary horse,
Easy now.
where the heck are you going?
Hey, girl, be easy now.
It's way too hard to manage 3 at once. Apparently, 2 is the max. I was gonna sell it, but you need the money at the end of the day. You have way more money than you can spend in this game eventually, and the camp upgrades don't matter either.
Girl,
So yeah, we'll just stay one.
this way, girl.
I was gonna sell them, but as you can see, it's a little hard to manage both of them. All 3 of them. I don't know. It's not really worth the extra money. I mean, it'd probably take us a lot longer than actually, just playing normally. Doing the missions, you get plenty of money, so... We don't need that random horse from the wolf guy.
Whoa,
I'd
back.
rather keep my original,
Easy, girl.
It's alright. Oh, shit.
There we go.
That could have been bad. This is the bridge. The owl. I want to shoot an owl. Maybe I'll shoot other things, but... Can't even study it! Gosh dang it. Guess you have to shoot it then. Oh, it's gone. Why would it let you study it? It's right there. It really shows that you can study it, but I guess it's a range thing. That's another perfect one. It's easy to get distracted. We actually focus on hunting at some point. I don't know where that white buffalo is. Somewhere.
Yeah, you're alright, girl.
Bug. Good. That is good. And we'll talk to the guy with the outlaws. Lockhart, we've got to marry. All in good time, right? All in good excitement. Most definitely. Quite a few good things, but snow for now has made it back. Treat for you when you're entering the stable. That's good. We made it.
Welcome
All right.
to you and your horse. Got some stable space for rent if you're interested.
Yes, and it's free. Bug.
Gotta pay you a little less because of the missing paperwork, okay?
That's, yeah, Bug. Obviously, it doesn't say her name there, but yeah, I'm not going to sell him for $2. We'll be staying with it. And this one, the Arabian. We get to name her now, right? Yeah, might as well do the full package. And rename. There is our Snow. Lovely for Snow.
Well, if that's what you want to go with.
Yes, that's what I want to go with. Alright. Don't think we need to change any of the appearance, the base appearance. So you can change the color.
Stand out, huh?
Customization, but no, that's fine. We'll keep it the basic white Arabian. And change the saddle, maybe.
You know, a horse can tell when you're using a cheaper saddle.
Oh yeah,
I
upgraded
can't tell you how many
saddlebag.
times I use that one.
You do get quite a bit more room,
That's a good choice.
so
High
that's
quality.
worth it. So you can only buy one. That's annoying, stuff like that.
That'll go real well with the saddle.
Really don't matter much, just cosmetic. Most of that all cosmetic.
That's the same one I use too.
Anyway, good for now. Any other? Trying to get like food and stuff. I guess you have to buy that at the store. That's okay. Provisions. There we go.
Solid choice there. Good choice. This is fast acting.
All right.
Need a break?
That is that.
They're always welcome
So yeah, you can take the Morgan with you, have the temporary one always with you, but do you really want to do that? You know, just worry about them dying randomly? Probably not. Anyway, that's that. I don't know what I did with the wolf cart. Oh, it's right there. It's only right there. Sadly, the butcher only does business at night, which is really annoying.
Never shortchange a Mexican whore unless you want
Wait
hell
until
on your
morning.
hands.
It's the most annoying thing.
Can you wait?
Okay.
Well, look at this carrion bird here.
Carrion bird.
This one's been giving beatdowns for Dutch. Hello there. This is a no good bastard. Make him pay. You're gonna burn in the legs ahead.
Okay then.
Alright, the fight system, gosh damn, is free.
This is it.
R to block.
You barely touched me.
E to grapple.
Don't you just want me to end it fast?
Each other, of course.
Felt like air.
Ouch. Forgetting how to fight. Oh, that's messed up. Yep, higher honor, I hope, for not doing it weaker.
Keep them coming.
Well, they were idiots.
That's that.
Well, the law will hear about this.
Looting.
Wait! This is a misunderstanding.
Whoa, come on, let's not do this.
I don't have time for this. Just
I need
go.
the law. Just
I
go
said
away.
stop, damn it.
So if you dismiss him, he still gets the
I'm
law.
giving you
law
one
about
more
this.
chance.
Hey, Sheriff. I'm walking away now. That's the guy with the sticky fingers.
All right, don't
Where was that?
Take it easy. I ain't serious.
So if you dismiss them, they actually do report it. You have to actually threaten them to stop them. Dismissing is just, you know, an extra dialogue way of letting them be. It doesn't really make sense. But anyway, wanted Arthur Morgan. Time to turn himself in.
God damn it!
Where'd the other one go? I don't know. The horse. I just want to make sure he doesn't get hurt. He's just in the butcher stand. Can I deal with the butcher yet? I have to wait until morning. It makes no sense. At least it's a quick, you know, cutscene, right? I don't freaking appreciate that. So why does he stand out there if you make me wait till morning? Doesn't make sense. There's a lot of weird, like, you know, basic things like that. But it is what it is.
Move out the way!
The wolf carcass is still there. Breaking jugs. Alright. Take it all. Or I could donate it to the camp. That's true. I really need the money. I just wanted to get rid of the stuff on the horse, you know. That's hard to do. So I don't know exactly what's on the horse and how it's on the horse.
Thank you for your help.
But the wolf carcass was here. I guess I should have grabbed that before I waited till morning. Why are things so difficult like that?
Morning, Bart. Good morning, mister.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, defeated the O'Driscolls non-lethally, so that's probably the highest honor way to do it. Not just use the tomahawk on them like I did Scarecrow or anything.
Hey, you're okay, girl.
Alright, and the cores are decent but not great, you know. I don't know. Probably just pick it up from there, do they? Storyline stuff. First shall be the last. Yeah, we didn't get to do mini missions that week, so we had that Flaco Hernandez. So yeah, we'll pick it up from that little card. We'll do the Mary mission, things like that. And the main thing tonight, I did get my White Arabian horsey. Make it Alucard, keep the checkers at bay. Tomorrow will indeed be our... Why does it look so bad when you pause it? It's always so pixely. It's really not good. Anyway, I haven't added the knife yet. I have to go to the gunsmith for that or so.
Oh shit.
But yes, tomorrow will indeed be 1500 stream celebration. It's going to be lovely. Look forward to it. Hope you enjoy a decent, magnificent Monday. For now. Decent enough for now, to be sure. What's happening? Good stuff. Made it for now. Not too bad. We'll pick it up again very soon. Tomorrow, hopefully the early afternoon, but before the early evening, for 1500 stream celebration. So get back to Red Dead later, probably Tomb Raider tomorrow, and start with some knocks, or some Duolingo after that. We'll see.
Gentlemen.
I did my hard save, so that should be fine for now. I'll load from the hard save.
What the hell?
And now. And now we must finish things off with the new Flaco revolver. Who's talking here? Who's talking? Oh, these guys. Yeah, right over there. It's a duel. Damn.
Who else wants some? Huh? Who else?
Sure, I'll shoot you. Wouldn't mind some practice.
Well, let's get to it then.
Duel. I need to learn how to duel. It's pretty hard. I don't understand how it works, so figure it out. Hold to fill the meter. When the meter is full, you draw. So where's the skill involved? Where's the skill involved? Just clicking on him first? I don't understand.
And there we go.
No honor affected by that except looting the one guy. I'll just load from the hard save though. It doesn't affect anything.
Oh God, no!
Yeah, they can take a few bullets.
Please just
NPCs are built tough. They can take quite a few bullets. Dead. Dead yet. Let's see what we can do, boys. Flaco's revival. Too much reloading. It's the latest. Yeah, you can't disarm him. You could disarm him even in the duels in the first game. There's a few things that didn't carry over. The bandana and the disarming are two of the main ones for me. But they actually did better in the original for some reason.
I'll make you beg like a little girl.
Oh no, there's one of these. Who are these guys? Militiamen. Shotgun's too far away to be effective. Here at the camp, a little camp. Use that little tomahawk I got. Might as well, right? Oh, there it is. Oh, that was pretty bad. Not the best. Get some marital tonic this time. I didn't have that last time. Yeah. Takes a long time to build the honor up, only takes a few months to squad it. Become a road agent desperado. Second playthrough of the first game. Fable 2. Although, first time I was high honor. Forgot what that was called. It's easy to remember the negative ones for some reason. Load from the hard save though, don't worry. None of this will actually be applied. Just looking for the tomahawk. Yeah, combination of shooter. And the other stuff. Skilled Arthur in his prime before the tuberculosis. He's close to his prime. Fanning is really powerful. Just like on. Can't underestimate it. Just some good practice for the game. At the end of sessions, you know. Yeah, that's a lot. That's the entire town. Yeah, I remember there's the whole group running towards him. Remember that? We had that with a scarecrow on it. The entire town rises up against him. It's funny. Townspeople, yeah, this town blood. That sums it up pretty good. They're angry citizens. Citizens arrest. Look at him just charging in like that. It's insane. Except for my shells. That's what I have, you know. Damn. That doesn't heal the core, though. The middle core is not full, though. Isn't that weird how that works? Turn himself in, I guess. Would they really let him live after so much bloodshed, you know? It's kind of hard to believe. There's the player. Yeah, I have somewhat of an advantage on the horse, but it's not that the horse. Sometimes, I guess. Alright, that's my last shell right here. Very nice shell. Haha. It's interesting stuff. Good stuff. I was picking up this, could try to get some loot. Come back for the loots, but that's also hard to do, you know? Alright. You get the idea. I mean, the obviously the health tonics, all that, make it a lot easier to actually have health and Deadeye. Anyway, you get the idea. They just shoot him eventually. It's nothing that interesting. We'll pick it up from there tomorrow with 1500 stream celebration. Till then, hope you enjoyed. Good God for now. Catch you later. Good night. I'll see you for a terrific Tuesday. Just shoot him eventually. It's nothing that interesting. We'll pick it up from there tomorrow with 1500 stream celebration. Till then.
It's like everything. I mean, hello. Yes, legit. Go check. Legit, go check. Thank you. Thank you.